usual. Second. Soon as live. Oh, that's why. 1 sec. Too many different iPhone headsets everywhere, and it's they're all just tangled together in different computers. Hope you've been well. Let me know if you can hear me. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Tim. Good morning, Colin, Tony, Sam. What is up, guys? Good to see you all here today. Bright and early for me. And I did the webinar last night for some of you potentially on a complete different time zone. I know some people here, I can see some of the names were on both. So well done for that. As I said in the emails, don't worry if you missed last night's training. It's more about how to use high level itself, and then how to actually use or create a business from it with the processes that we're teaching with Mike, right? So let me know where you guys are at. Put a number 1 in the box if you've got your high level trial, you've been implementing some of the things that we've been sharing with you, you've watched the webinar replays. Put a number 2 in the box if you've got your trial but you haven't really done much yet, and you're just trying to absorb the information and whatnot, and put a number 3 if you've really gone to town, jumped in on all of the high level internal trainings, onboardings, and all the extra free goodies that they're giving away and doing. And a number 4 if you've just done nothing at all. This is the first time you might have heard about this is insane month of training and free software everyone's getting, and that's totally fine too. Just so I know where we're at, let me just see. Lots of number 1s, lots of number 2s, lots of number 3s. Tim's been getting set up to get ready to run some TikTok ads. Thomas says says number 2. There's a lot to absorb. Our clients cannot get set up in high level. Let me double check on what you mean by that. And I don't know if I think I responded maybe to an email yesterday. Out of town, busy last week. Need to get the starting point for the training. What do you recommend, Luke? Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is let me go ahead and first I'm just going to get the links to the webinar replay. So I'll send this through in the chat box here, but I'll put the links on the screen in just a second. So this is all past webinar replays. Put that there. And then what I'll actually do, you can see I started this webinar training again with this mouse. Stupidest design. I shared this last week. Again, long story short, one of the worst design Apple products. The product itself is great, but putting a charging port under here makes it completely just not usable, because how am I meant to do that? Wild, right? So that's charging on my iMac here. I just wanted to get a few more extra battery pips into it so it actually works for the entire length of today's training. So what I'll do is actually, because I'm using 2 computers, I'm going to do the training on my main desktop here. Let's take that out. And again, just because right now I've got multiple different pages going, and Mike's not in here yet, I'm going to turn my webcam off, but then at different times I'll pause. I'll put my webcam on here for you guys, and we can talk through this way. So let me go ahead and I'm going to make, I can go, let me just click here. And how have your weeks been? I'm excited to hear about everything. Let's go there. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead again and share this window on the other computer. Okay, cool. So I'll turn my webcam off here. Actually, I'll just change headphones to my other computer as well. And then we'll be good to get started. I'm excited for this one. And I'll do a little breakdown of what you are going to be learning today. So, Okay, cool. And I'm just going to turn the webcam off here so the screen's a bit bigger as well for you guys. So I know it can be annoying, some having my big mug on it if it's just really small font. So turn that off and I'll let that run nicely there. And you can see here that see, I'm getting a cold again as well. You guys would have noticed last week I was a bit run down. It's been coming and going. It's the man flu, but every 3 days. So this first link here will give you access to your free trial. It's gohighlevel.com/Luke M. This gives you access to that 30-day trial with all of my high ticket bonuses and all of my past high ticket courses I've ever done. And to give you a bit more information on that if you need it, but by now everyone here should have their free trial because there is no reason not to. All right. I saw a really cool success story yesterday with someone that picked it up, picked up the free trial because they get full access, and they said, "Oh, Luke, I'm so thankful for this opportunity because we can just see how this works and see how easy it is, and you've shown us enough already to just get clients coming to us." And they just did the basic TikTok ad to their trial account, and in 30 days they're going to get rebuild, and I think they've got 30 or 40 different rebuilds already, which is pretty insane. Or trials accepted with credit card info already input to qualify them, right? So the key here, one thing I want to send is this link here, mrlukeMcGuire.com/high-level-4440. Should edit that link, and I might even do that on today's training, but for now I'll leave it as is. This is where I've been putting each week's webinar replays. Now, before I get into this, I wanted to just confirm that I know people are getting text messages when there might only be a week or two into their trial, and it's saying your trial is going to end in a day or so. Don't worry, yours won't, because again, you get a 30-day trial, and even if those text messages and whatnot are coming through, you do not have to worry about them. You are not being billed on that date. That's essentially High Level's standard automation, because they offer a 14-day trial to people, and they just didn't update a few things they needed to for my account, and that's why some people will be getting those text messages. I haven't got them for me personally when I jumped into a new account here, because I wanted to show you guys everything from scratch on a new account. And that really, because I was like, what the hell? And I said, for me, I don't mind if it's early. I'm going to be using this for years to come, hopefully. But for my audience, I don't ever want them to think I am doing some sort of cut and fishing, like, you know what I mean? Where I'm saying one thing, but it's actually another, right? So don't worry. It'll be 30 days. If you get billed at 14 days, which won't happen again, but I'd even just pay that money back to you, or High Level would as well. I'll even give you extra on top if that was something that happened. So don't worry, that's just a small error on their side that those messages are coming out, but you won't be rebilled for another few weeks. So, and that's even if you want to continue, right? But hopefully you'll see how powerful this is and how much High Level instantly removes the need for so many other core products, and how many doors that opens for you with future ones. So the first video here, anyway, is the first webinar replay that we did. The second one I posted below it. I felt so bad. I sent an email out last week with the replays, and then someone said, "Oh, I remember I was on live on the TikTok training, and I was scrolling through it, and there was something you guys were saying about vanity ads and how to create those and how to connect that into High Level, and as well as lead ads." And then they just clicked on the link to the replay. I think must have done it on their phone, and this just took up the entire page, this top header, and then this video, and they didn't scroll down. So they watched this webinar, which goes for 2 hours and 40 minutes or something, and then which they'd already seen, and he was going crazy that he couldn't find it. I'm like, oh, so sorry. Scroll down a bit. Webinar 2 here. I'll put some info about this in here as well. This is again me trying to help you guys best absorb information, best have access to information. And if this is the type of way you'd like me to do it for each replay, I was going to add in webinars 3, 4 into here below as well, under these different sections, just so you can have everything on one page. And what I've also done on this second replay is if you click on it, click on the plus on the play button, down below here, I've added in essentially just different timestamps. So you can see for the first 10 minutes, it was a basic recap of what we did in webinar 1 and then a plan of attack for today. Then it was recapping high level. Now this again was because we had a lot of people come in that didn't watch the first replay, but what we wanted to give them a quicker version of this webinar 1 of some of the key points of why high level is such a tool that everyone needs, because it's either going to be saving you money instantly, or it's going to give you the ability to make so much, not just using it for your own business, but for local clients, just selling high level as a software service in the ways that we're teaching you the trial method. Down here it says TikTok traffic and setting up your link access, etc. Then down here it says setting up your licenses to sell, 1 penny followers on TikTok, inside the TikTok ads manager, creating your first ad, and how to then sync that directly into high level. Yeah, connecting TikTok ads there. So breaking it up into these types of sections. If you would find that valuable and you like me doing it this way, please put a number 5 in the box, or write me, or write something to let me know, because after every webinar I go in, for this one I did, and I will keep doing it for you, and I watch the actual webinar that I've just done, even if this one here was 3 hours, right? I wanted to make sure that you can get to the information you want most easily. So that's one thing I thought I'd offer to you guys. I see a lot of questions coming in, and I'll help you with those all shortly. But yeah, and the reason I've done this as well is because I'm trusting that you guys, when a video comes, a new replay gets sent out, if you can't make the live trainings, or because I'm doing webinars now in different time zones, at the flip side time zones for some of my audience that can't make 6 p.m. Eastern, because of that might be 3 a.m. where they are in the world. I wanted to do those extra trainings that I will put inside here. Just from a marketing angle, you'll often see this on JVZoo products, ClickBank pay products, different other types of offers. Have you ever experienced going to a webinar replay or to a sales page, and when you click play on the video, it actually doesn't let you see how long the webinar is, skip forward, or even pause it in some instances, right? Write me if you've been in that experience, and if you find that sucks, right? Write me if it makes you feel like you're that sucks. So someone sends out a webinar replay, you go to watch it, you hit play, and then you go, oh wait, I need to go to the toilet or something. I can't, and then you want to pause it, but then you need to go to dinner, and if you don't know how long it is, it can get quite frustrating, right? They removed access to the buttons. The reason marketers do that is because they want you to truly be there watching that content in one sitting, and they want you to do it because they think it'll help indoctrinate you into more about what they're teaching, and also often because at the end they'll have their pitch section because again, most vendors, all they do is pitch on every single training and webinar for $1,000 products, $5,000 products, right? And that can get overwhelming in itself, right? So that's why I wanted to offer this type of method, and I think I always have had it so that people can just click play, they can see how long something goes for. I just put it on my YouTube channel, which again, if you guys, I'll give it to you because I often post videos there. including each of these weekly replays. Not channel. Let's see if this comes up. And again, as a marketer, I don't have a very pretty, pretty account, but I just use it just to upload videos for them page builders and whatnot. Let's see if that works for you guys. But yeah, so I've added in those footnotes there as well, so you can go ahead and get started and jump to each sections, and that'll work well going back around if you want to watch something about TikTok ads in the future or something as well. Now, if so, you've all said that that's helpful having that feature there. So I will keep doing that. So after every webinar, I'll commit to another hour or two of watching the webinar and breaking it up into those different sections. What I'm also going to do, and you're going to get this week, everyone, is I'm going to create a training members area where I'm going to start to do some more mini lessons, 2, 3, 5-minute videos, hopefully max per video, covering just some of the key things inside of high level that I think are so useful to learn, and that are so can give so much value fast if you know they even exist in there, right? The thing is, let me actually tuck my webcam on here for a second, and then we'll get started. The thing is on this one is that, and sorry that I'm in a singlet, guys. I woke up this morning, I was meant to go training right away, but I cancelled that, but I'm gonna go training after, hopefully. Trying to sweat this weird man flu I've got today. But the plan, yeah, what was I just saying? Remind me on that point there what I was just saying. I got distracted. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm wearing a singlet here today, guys. Yeah, so I guess the thing is, the goals for the next few weeks is to really get you in there using these different products and services and tools. And when inside of high level, we've got to understand that from the get-go, there's $500 million, $1 billion companies, and so many tens of millions of dollars companies, right? 8, 9 figures that are using Go High Level, and when we've got so many people that are in so many different marketing minds, but Go High Level does their own internal webinars, and some people there might and they're pure value trying to teach, but they're teaching to giant corporations that have teams that need to learn how to use this for that business only, or they might have a smaller local marketing agency that has staff, and then they might have different staff manage different things in their sub account in High Level, and the training can be focused more on that. There's then also the tech and support YouTube, tech and support side of things, which again can be a bit hard to manage and work around. And if you're watching a video on how to actually set up a domain name inside of Go High Level, they might start dropping words like, okay, this is the CNAME value, which needs to be connected into the DNS of the domain that's just been purchased, and then we need to verify it here, and just these words that just make you go, I don't want to do that. I want to close my laptop and throw it off a window. That just sounds way too hard. But it's there's little things like that I'll teach you and show you how to do now that make it so simple for these one-time setups. And if you all follow along on this training, you'll be doing some things you've never done before, and they're the small little wins that I want you guys to consistently have, because doing that with Go High Level, there's nothing that's overcomplicated once you've got initial things set up. Even prior to that, if you know what you're doing, or working with someone like me and Mike, we can definitely really help and overachieve on that one. So in saying that, I'll turn that webcam off there. In saying that, who is ready for today's training? What I'm going to do, I'll send this link here as well, down here in the chat. And I also want you, if you have not got your free trial yet, make sure to go and grab it right now. If the bonuses are about to be removed for this, because again, I want everyone moving as a pact in this. I want everyone starting at the same time, and almost everyone has. We had a few people that are jumping in last second that have been on holidays or not seen my emails. But again, you get the full access, you get all of the unlimited sub accounts, you get all these bonus courses here. For everyone's knowledge, I'm aware that there's a snapshot link missing in the 5-day challenge here. I think maybe one in the SaaSpreneur one, but I've asked the team for that, and we'll get them to you shortly. But you get all my previous high ticket courses included just for free, just for picking up a 30-day trial, which you can keep 100% of the bonuses as well if you decide it's not for you. So if that sounds fair, go do it now, because I want you guys to even follow along on today's training on that. So let me just see here. And don't worry, I'm going to cover that live right now to help you on that one. Cool. Georgia Finley says, is Mike joining today? So Mike today just threw a curveball on me. I spoke to him yesterday, and Mike was going to be coming on today. As he's booked in to do so every single week. He's out in Vegas, as he said last week as well, with Chris Record, and he completely messed up his time zones. So he was in he was in Miami and flown over to Vegas where Chris lives, and he's doing a training for him as well today. And he booked the time essentially where it was about an hour after ours started. And I said, look, you can just come on for an hour if you want. Like, not if you want, I'd love you to come on for an hour, and we can continue on with things that you're the expert at, like with all of his TikTok ads and the leads into that. And he knows a lot more inside of high level than I do. But in saying that, I know the key features that I've been using and the ones that are the most important to get started with. And I want to show you how to go in, get them set up, and actionable hands-on using Go High Level. And you'll see what I'll do here. I'm going to do this in the exact same way I hope you guys do this, and just get in and start playing around. And hopefully after I give you a bit of a quick overview of how it works, you'll be like, oh, okay, now I understand how that works. Now I understand how that works too. By the end of this webinar, I want you to be a pro page builder. I want you to be a reputation management specialist, a social media marketing, content posting genius, and a couple of other things. And by me wanting that, you will be that when you see what I'm about to teach you on this training. So I'm excited for it. So if you're excited, give me a hell yeah, and let's get into it. Let me know. Let's have a sip of water here. It was a crazy morning as well. I had getting up, getting my son ready for school, and he was not in the mood to be getting into his school uniform today because he got some new pajamas last night of what is it, like Barney Rubble and Bam Bam and stuff, the Flintstones. And he wanted to wear them to school. He's 5, and yeah, it was just one of those mornings. All right, let's go. Yeah, I do, Georgia. He's my stepson, but I've been in his life since he's 1. So yeah, being a stepdad is also an absolute adventure and joy, but it's an absolute joy. It's so good to. It's a really cool part of my life that I didn't think I knew how much I would love it. I think I was so scared to be a parent, and now hopefully in the next few years I'll have some more kids, and they'll be mine, my biological ones, I should say. I would have loved to have let him wear his new PJs, but the school has its uniform policy, and he's in preschool. He's at the same preschool that my partner and I actually went to, which is wild. And also another quick thing on that the school I went to, it's a school called Somerset College here in Australia. They're basically a private school where they, my parents busted their butts to send me there. We didn't have any money outside of them putting all their hard work into me and my sister. And by the end of school, I got in probably the lowest 10th percent of grades. Not even good enough to get into university. So I had to go to a private university and get a giant university debt. And then maybe about a year or two ago, the school called me and told me I've won this award for the most, for who they want to be their alumni student of the year. And they essentially would mean I get to go back to the school, speak to everyone, and it was really fun. I got to speak to all the C grade students, specifically because I asked her, can I do a talk for people that are C grade students or D grade students or find it hard to get by in school or just not interested in some of the topics, because that was me, and I just felt school was not a fun thing, and it was really nice to see people that had problems learning the traditional school system and how I can help them frame their minds when they get out of school. Look, school is going to really be teaching you to go out, get some expertise in something, and then go get a job working for someone else, not the flip side of, look, what it is that makes you happy that you can do and get started from at home, cheap, online, and really build an empire in the space to do it, if that's what they wanted to do. But online marketing can create amazing things for people, as I know some of you here I've seen your successes. So Tim says, it's approaching midnight here. I've been on for 35 minutes, haven't started yet. Could you please pick up the pace? Look, of course we can. We're going to get into it. Again, unfortunately, people will join webinars later, and then will then ask the same questions and are missing out. So I tried to do an introduction. Didn't want it to be that long. Apologize for that. I just wanted to make sure you have these key resources and that everyone has their free trial. I'll get that link right now. Just do it while I'm talking. The link again is LukeMcGuire.com. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat box. Go high level.com/Luke M. So in saying that, let's get started into today's training. So the way we're teaching this process again and this system is, look, we're not just going here's a trial of the software that can do all of these different things and it's going to save you so much money. We hope you can cancel other products and essentially you've made money then by having one tool that does everything and does it in a complete symbiotic way and connected way. But also, okay, how can we make money with this? And that side of things is, because your accounts through my link allow you to create unlimited sub licenses, sub accounts, whatever you would like to call it, that you can then sell to others for 100% commissions. It's essentially you being able to go, hey, here's a 30-day trial for this. Give it a go if you like it. If it's for you, keep it going after 30 days and it's going to be $297 a month. If not, no problem whatsoever, right? So, and that all sounds well and good just saying it, but then how do we actually do that, right? So some things I want to do today is go into high level and go over some of the key things that I know that are going to be important to many of you who either have started a business, thinking of starting a business. It might be the first time you're starting a business, and I want to help you navigate the dashboard, the flows and whatnot inside of Go High Level. So let me pull up my account. Sorry, iPhone caught in the way. And also I apologize, the webinar did start a little bit late today, as I mentioned at the start. So I never try to drag things on. Again, I'm not, there's nothing for me to sell here or push here, and sometimes, especially when I don't have when Mike pulled out on me last second. So that's what's happened. Mike's said he could be here for an hour. I said, yeah, sure. Then I called him today, and he called me right 10 minutes before the webinar saying, hey mate, I'm locked up on the highway. I'm almost back there, but it'll be a 20-minute training that I can offer today. I said, look, let's just do an extra three trainings. So we'll do 2 next week with Mike plus my bonus one, and then another 2 the next week with Mike as well. And if you guys still like us to keep on going, we will, because there's so many things you can do here. Anyway, once you've got your trial, you will log in to Go High Level. If you have a big monitor, feel free to pull this page up in another browser. But at the same time, if you, I'm going to go fastish, not fast, but I'm going to go at normal pace. But if you want to follow along, you can do this. This page here, has everyone been able to log into their account at some point and see this page here? This is what a brand new account is going to look like for you. Because on this as well, I wanted to create something and do these trainings live with brand new accounts as well, so you can see me doing it as well, versus seeing ones that I've used that and created that have everything already built out and things going on there. Cool. Your account looks like this. So who can tell me what this page is called? Well, that's a silly question because it says it right here. It says agency dashboard. This essentially, to me, I like to call this the master license dashboard. The master license dashboard. That's what you will get when you grab the link from me, right? With that 30-day bonus. You could also, if you wanted to, with that 30-day trial period, plus all the extra bonuses, you can see down here in the university, I will just click it to share with you guys. I've got a few little courses here, which talks about the community. It talks about lead gen playbooks, their 5-day challenge here. There'd be some snapshots in here that I need to get added into Teachable that I was using for courses, but I'm going to even show you guys how to create a membership site like this directly in here, directly using Go High Level. Very clean, just like this, and it's really cool. I'll even show you then me canceling my Teachable account, because why pay $500 a month for that when I can do this? So yeah, this is when you first log in. You'll go through your login step ups. It'll ask you about you, your businesses, your niches, key areas, things like that, right? So then what I want you guys to do is go and have a look at these subsections down here. So there's a lot of different links, different things you can click on. But what I want you guys to do is go to sub accounts. Now, on last night's training, I created an account talking about niches. So this is let's go here for a second. Let's talk niches. What niches do you think would best suit high level levels marketing? Market, so high level software offerings, right? And then have a think as well that also have more money, that or have money available for their marketing, right? So when you go out and choose, okay, and again, this is the way we're teaching the easiest way to go from zero to making money and making a high recurring income that's going to be monthly, that's predictable for you, that you can then sit back and forget to maybe an hour or two a week on client work and adding some new things and testing a few different other things and whatnot. if you want to do the work, or having the client themselves just be stoked that you've introduced them to go higher level, and you can keep the $297 a month, right? Or whatever you decide to charge in it, or if you want to make the trial period 14 days, you can do whatever you want. It's up to you. But let's talk niches first. So niche wise, companies, anything from, say, pharmacies, surgeons, doctors, right? It could be about, give me some other examples of like niches that would need a system like this. Let me have a look here. Doctors, roofers, plumbers. Okay, let's go building niche. Building niche. I can keep on going, like lawyers, law firms, nightclubs. And you know, if you don't know the answers, let's bring some AI into this, right? Let me see. I had it up before here, pre-ready for you. Let's just get OpenAI up again. And again, it's funny. I'm in that phase where if I can't think of something, I'll think of something like a rough example, and then I'll run with that until I go back and have to really then sit down and think about certain questions in life, that things that I do each day, right? Or trying to find out market research with ChatGPT. So simple to do it. So let's go. What are the top niche industries that would find it extremely beneficial to have an all-in-one autoresponder, text campaign manager, reputation campaign management tool, CRM pipeline, funnel, sales / website builder page, like the product ClickFunnels, a I'm just gonna double check what Calendly spell. Calendly, yeah. I don't know why there was an A there. Calendly and autoresponder, like Get Response or Aweber. Yeah, so what are the top tools or industries that would find extremely beneficial to have an all-in-one autoresponder, like Calendly, that can then and then what I might even do at the start is saying, hey, I am a marketer who has built a new software which is essentially the top 15 tools all marketers, all businesses need in one suite called Go High Level. And then we can go ahead and search that. And let's just see what it says. And you can see we're getting a lot of different niches so far. Now, we've got things from healthcare like doctors and whatnot, financial SaaS companies, digital marketing agencies themselves, right? So you could literally go out and target other digital marketing agencies and say, hey, look, we know your digital marketing agency and you've got plenty of clients. We actually want to go ahead and show you a service we have, but we want you to try it for 30 days in your own business. And that'd be the type of client that would be able to go in, use this type of software because they'd already be using all of these other types as well. So there's that difference between people that will have some of these tools or things that they're already paying for. They might be paying for ClickFunnels, they might be paying for an autoresponder, right? And they can get expensive. Just those two together would be over $500 a month easy, over $800 in some cases. I was paying in total a month per software, right? And so digital marketing agencies could be a good niche. Event planning, why? And it says why. Educational institutions, hospitality, so nightclubs and whatnot, fitness and wellness centers, and so yeah, let's write some of these down. 5 fitness and wellness centers. Any more in the chat? Chiropractor, physios, real estate. See, look at you guys. You guys beat me. I'm sure your answers were in here before ChatGPT did it. So 1 up to the AI, to humans over AI here. Real estate. Tim said, "Am I afraid that Russell Brunson will try to beat me up promoting a software that's not ClickFunnels?" You know, it's funny. I've actually never even promoted ClickFunnels itself, but I've told people I get it as options and stuff, but it's not something I've ever done a promotion on. I'm sure he's got a lot of sales from me, but I just let him keep all the profits, right? And it's in this industry. It's such a good time for Go High Level to be out because it's forcing other companies to really either change their pricing or add more in and give reasons why anyone would just go for a one-stop shop for an autoresponder versus a super app that has that exact product plus many others that have been replicated to a T. And yeah, so he's not beating me up. He also has bought a bunch of my softwares in the past. Last year, I think he bought 600 or 6,000 licenses or something for one of my softwares that he wanted to white label to his branding. So I don't think he'll try to beat me up, but I think he's a very smart man, right, Russell, and I'm sure he'll figure out how to take ClickFunnels to the next level. Although I think he sold out last year, so I don't think he's probably too stressed. He's probably saying, phew, got out at the right time on that one. But again, this is no rip on ClickFunnels. It is a great product, and that they have a great community there. But so many people are moving over to Go High Level that were using ClickFunnels, like Ty Lopez, a bunch of other big marketers and names in different industries. But yeah, so the first step here is choosing a niche you want to work in, right? And I saw someone said here that High Level on their outreach course, outreach videos said, try not to choose more than one niche. What do you think? I think that's a really good idea. Start with one niche. Also, get creative. Think about what is it that you like, and it's something you don't mind spending time on, looking at content or looking at or writing about. It's always funner when you can do something in a niche that you already have a passion for, but just make sure it checks those boxes about, okay, can they afford it? First of all, most local businesses can, and because it'll work out. Say you charge them $297 a month, they get full access to everything. That's going to save them money from what they're already doing, and that's 60 bucks or 75 bucks a week or something like that. Most businesses should be able to do that. If they don't have that money to do that, then it's probably not the ideal business to be going after. That's why I like these companies like out here, especially ones like surgeons and doctors, and even modeling agencies and whatnot, because there's often content that gets flagged or demoted on social media now. Facebook and Insta are so strict on certain things that surgeons, even though they're so professional and are absolute geniuses at what they do, they can't share before and afters anymore without it absolutely destroying the reach that they get externally. So yeah, choose a niche. It doesn't matter really which one it is. Now, once you've had the niche choice, niche has been chosen. Let's say we might do real estate, and we might do fitness, and we might do let's say doctors, surgeons. Now, from here, what we need to do is we need to start thinking of what are we going to be calling ourselves. Do we want a generic name that we can then actually use it? A generic name that we actually will, that we actually want to use for every type of client and every niche, or do we want to have a branded niche accounts that we're saying we're the marketing experts for surgeons, we're the marketing experts for fitness, and we're the marketing and social software solution focus for people in that are chiropractors, right? Demetrios, hey mate, he says a good example here. Approach businesses that you already have to deal with as it suits any business that has something to sell and to sell to. Yeah, so if you know businesses, you know business owners, and you follow these trainings, and this one's going to be important for this, how to go through high level and how to use some of the key features. That's a good way to get some quick referral work and people that are already a semi-warm lead in a sense. They know who you are because you go to the coffee shop, or you go to the nightclub, or you go to wherever it might be, or they might be friends with businesses. But that works initially, even to build just confidence in this, right? But again, what our whole goal here is to set up a system that's automated from doctors only coming into a TikTok ad, that their details get registered instantly inside of inside of this. Let me just get this up separately here for you. And because the idea of going with that one niche is because we can build out a really great campaign, and we've already got some templates in here for you. I'll show in a second snapshots for specific niches already that we've done for you, so you don't even have to do the work. And from that, once you've built out one campaign, say you've built it out to 3 months in, with emails going out once a week, updating with what that client's doing, we then want to find another doctor, right? Because we've got everything set up for one doctor A. We've done his website, we've updated his opt-in pages, we've got ads running for him, we've got the page builders and the reputation management running with the texts and everything, right? Once you set it up once, you can carbon copy that exact flow of everything for that client that's a doctor or a real estate agent or whatever it might be, and you can then one-click copy that to a second doctor, to a third doctor, to a fourth doctor, and they don't need to go in and set up anything when you do this, because it just makes it so simple, I should say, and time saving. This is a tool that really saves so much time. Prior to doing this, you literally have to go and manually go into all these different products and services, and then manually go in and make them connect and use Zapier, and each campaign would mean a full, from start to finish, manual process, which is just a nightmare, right? It just takes up time. It's not hard if you've done it once, but it'd be even better if you didn't have to do it again. Right, so I'll share that with you in 1 second. Still, yeah. Cool. So, sorry, my son had to go get checked, his final checkup, to see if he had epilepsy or not, and my partner just messaged me then. He doesn't, which is great news. Leonard says, with the popularity of high level with market majorities, is the market already too flooded in some niches? No way. No. Like, and a great way to explain this is, ClickFunnels came out however many years ago, and yes, a lot of businesses did get on board with them, right? They did get on board. They were using it, and are still using it. I think they're still $1 billion company, or worth hundreds of millions. But I guarantee if you walk into 10 different surgeons and 10 different coffee shops, you might only find one that uses ClickFunnels, and often you'll find none, right? Unfortunately, a lot of businesses don't have the time to be going in and learning products completely inside and out. Usually local businesses will get their staff to do that, and that's also why that businesses might only have 2 or 3 of the tools out of this Swiss Army knife, right? Because 15 logins, trying to learn 15 different interfaces, and how do they connect, and when you connect 15 different products, there's going to be some things that just aren't going to work the way you want them to. If you're using Zapier and whatnot, things can get messy. It's just a hard all-around process to offer all of this to someone if you're using completely different products that don't talk to each other, and crazy more expensive as well. So from a marketing standpoint, I'll say this: maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I hadn't even heard of High Level, and then I vetted it. I've been going through it. I used it, and I thought it was just absolutely insane what it did. So even me here in Australia, I've never heard of a single person in Australia using Go High Level. I know, except for Georgia, who's often in these talks. So congrats to you for being 1 step ahead of me on that. So yeah. So I'm using High Level to market items for these customers, or will they use High Level themselves? So again, let's get into that in a second, because I want to show you essentially inside of High Level now, actionable steps that you can take right after this webinar. I don't want this one to go for 3 hours like last week's one did, and I've already started 10 minutes late. So let's just get into the training, then I will answer any and all questions but I probably will answer most of them in this training. And the last thing I'll say here is Georgia says that had been using High Level prior to me sharing it. She said, even I don't fully use the tool yet. And that's why I was saying earlier, like, High Level's built this to be for everyone, and usually big businesses that have lots of team members and big giant flows and all of this stuff and moving parts, and they can afford to spend so much money on so many people to run these things because they need them, right? A lot of businesses don't care how much they spend if they're getting the results and they're getting more time saved to them, for their staff, and so on and so forth. And I'm sure everyone here has been in a position, whether it's a dentist or a doctor, and they look at their computer and they go, or even the accountants, and they'll say, oh, this crappy piece of software, and it's a software they've been using forever. It manages all their clients and bookings and whatever, but they'll say the computer's frozen, or the software's crashed, or I can't find the notes for this. And if you look at some of these softwares, people have what they've done is they've gone out, spent 100, 200 grand to make a CRM or something for their audience, or for their client, and they've said this is going to be your dental exclusive only dental booking marketing suite, and they'll charge 10 grand a month, 50 grand a year for some of these things, right? So this is going to be pretty game changing. So yeah, choosing a niche is important. Now, the next option is, do you want to brand this as you being a marketer and expert in the field? Don't worry if you don't feel like you're an expert yet. That's what these trainings are for. Right, yeah, so yeah, you are going to brand this as yourself or brand this as an agency and you are the CEO, right? So it depends if you want it to be more about you, and because some people do, some people, like, personal brands are great. If you want to build a marketing agency, or even just a service providing agency where you can get people the best deals on things and have them set up and get them indoctrinated and help them with any questions if you want, and if you don't want to send them to the high level support team. But creating a personal brand is really good if you feel you want to be the face of things, if you feel that you can tie your brand into other areas. The flip side of that is creating an agency name, and what I mean by that is finding a domain name that sounds like an agency. So instead of me with mrlukeMcGuire.com, it would be Aussie, I don't know, Aussie software marketer or something like that, if that's what I wanted to call it, or my company name, Social Media Mansion, right? Do I want to sell it under A or B or C? Now, if I'd say for the majority of people, you would be in the, I want to create it under an agency and me be the CEO of that. I don't want it to be about me so much as I want this to be seen as a offerings that are under a company name. You might think it looks more professional, and often it does, especially if you haven't built out your own brand awareness and everything online yet. Either one's fine though. I just always like to try to share the positives and negatives and leave it up to you. But because we're choosing niche areas, niche has been chosen, we're going to put them here. We have got, one second, we have got real estate, fitness, and doctors and surgeons, right? So let's go and buy a domain name first. Now this is essentially, I either go to GoDaddy or to Namecheap. Actually, let me just do that right now. Let me see if I'm still logged in. No. Okay, let me pull that out here. I'm just going to sign in quickly here. So, and the reason I'm pulling it out from the screen is just because sometimes people will find their one-time passwords that I type in and somehow manage to jump into my accounts. And I've even had someone do this on a webinar, and I know none of you guys would, but it was just, it's just wild that it even happens. But they got in, changed everything, and then tried to hold my account hostage from me with all my domains, all my business domains, all of this stuff, right? So pretty wild. Okay, cool. So we're in here now. Now we're going to click on the domain section. So this is buying your business name. Put in number one in the box if you've bought domain names before. Put a number 2 in the box if you have never, ever purchased your own website for yourself, and it's the first time you're doing it. Most people have. But if you haven't done it, let me know, because it's important I know where you guys are at. Cool. We actually only got ones. If there are any 2s, let me know, because I'll say certain things to kind of help. But if you have bought one, that's fine. Oh, cool. We got some 2s. Great. Well done for being honest. I'm not ready. No one can see your name, so don't worry. Helps me help you. So first, we're going to find our new domain name. So this is another trick I like to use. Say I want to create an agency account, and this is just again for face level branding. So when if they want to see your website, or if they want to see sign up to your free trial, and how do we actually do that, right? Well, we go here and we type in something. And again, I'm using Namecheap. You can use GoDaddy.com. You can use any domain site. Some might have sales on, some might be cheaper. Here, look, you can use this one, 57% off, the king of domains. So use that coupon code. And now we're going to think of a domain name for what niche should we start with first? Let's go fitness. Actually, let's not go fitness. Let's do that second. Let's do our own brand, right? Because you'll be using Go High Level for your own branding as well. So let's start down here on ChatGPT again, saying, great, I love the fitness answer above. Oh, absolutely botched that. Answer above. And what was the other one that we liked? And surgeons, right? And answer above. Can you please provide available domain names that sound catchy for my marketing agency that will be working specifically with gyms and personal trainers. You can get more detailed here if you wanted to. If you might be targeting a gym or the fitness niche just in general, or a fitness gym that's based around females, add that into here, because let it get creative as possible. We're going to hit search. Now, the reason I like doing this is because often if I was in Namecheap or GoDaddy or any of these sites, where did my Namecheap go? Not that one, not that one. Did I click out of it already? Oh no, there it is. Yeah. If I search in here, say something like marketing fitnessmarketer.com. Sorry, just checking my time quickly. So you can see taken, registered in 2008. Personal brand for me, how annoying is this? LukeMcGuire.com. And I recommend anyone here buy your domain name for you, or for or buy your kids' domain names if you have kids, your grandkids. Just do it, because it's something that is so valuable. Websites aren't going to go away ever, right? It's just like getting the right Instagram handle. I know someone that has the Instagram name Luke. It's just Luke, right? And people offer him 15, 20 grand for that name, right? So not only that, I didn't know how many Luke McGuires there were in the world, especially spelled with an M-A-G, but for 10 years I've been trying to buy this from this guy, and he's never had a site on it. Might now, I don't know, but if you can buy your own domain name, just do that for yourself, because I look at it like it's like your personalized number plate, or another asset that's about you. And for $10 for the year, it's so worth doing. So yeah, I could type in all these different ones. I could say fitness marketing master, that might be available. .com. But that's why I love ChatGPT, because you can actually scan through and see what works well. So that one did it for surgeons. Did I say surgeons? Let me just copy this again. Well, that's where the other ChatGPT went to. Classic. So fitness marketer, gym, school, train growth. That's a pretty good domain name. Muscle Media Co, Pump Up Pro, Lift Your Leads. Lift Your Leads sounds pretty cool. Anything that flows and rhymes. Reps and Revs. Gym Maven Media, Peak Performance Agency. I like Peak Performance Agency. Sweat and Scale. Trainer Traffic. That's a really cool one too. Right? Trainer Traffic, I like that. Now, is anyone here in this specific fitness space, first of all? Because I want, if you or wanting to go into the fitness space for your niche that we're going to be targeting first, let me, oh, you can't see what I'm doing? Let me see what's going on here. You should be able to see what I'm doing. Leonard says, is it important to have a .com? Look, I think it's so beneficial to have a .com. Reason being is it does end up, people will get confused because people know that .com sites, if it's a brand name and then the .com, they know that that means they trust that, right? All these other options that they have on these domain sites, .fit, maybe that might be sound all right, but again, I've never typed in .fit or fitness or INC or XYZ. Like, these are all other ways you could have domain names, all these different options. But I just don't think anything sounds better than a .com. And again, when we're giving out a free trial to high level, because you get unlimited accounts, so you can do that, to then be charged after 30 days or 14 days or however many days you choose, and at whatever price, it's important to have a .com, in my opinion, because a lot of people are just going to think it's too good to be true, and they'll be looking to find what doesn't make sense here. And if it could be something as simple as having a .art at the end of what it is you're doing for your domain name, right? So what I want to say, if anyone's going to do fitness, yeah, cool. And Anne says, yeah, I don't need a domain name. I have a prospect to pitch this. Look, you might like, that's so good. A lot of people don't have any prospects yet, and that's what we're training. And I also hope for you, Anne, as well, that we can, the goal is to get this so automated that we're going to have leads coming into you, and from that lead coming into you, that essentially the work in high level will then give them all the value, get them set up. You can be there to help. You can even charge more for extra help if you want to, but get them in to be using it and getting them indoctrinated in, getting the core things added into their account, and they will stick, I promise. But for people that you don't know prospect-wise, it is good just to have some form of online presence. And again, what I'm going to be sharing here as well is how to create funnel pages, lead pages, do it all, how to even completely rip ClickFunnels pages and get them rebuilt in seconds inside of this. So yeah, choose a fun domain name that you want to be branded under. So trainer traffic, I'm going to go for. Didn't say anyone said they're going to be doing fitness. Eric says my business name uses .net. Totally fine too, if you're using a .net. But do know that if you have the same business name and you've got a .net and someone's got a .com, that's just it's just the way it is. People can get confused unless it's a complete different offer. But even if you said your business name was, say it was ericsmarketing.net, people trust .net, but then they might type in ericsmastery.com because it just comes second nature to writing that in. That might be a different Eric doing marketing, right? So you don't want to lose clients that way. And if you can ever get the domain name for your business, highly recommend it. Same as if any new social media platforms come out, go in, like even TikTok, go in and get your domain name. It's the first time I was too slow on that I couldn't get Luke McGuire. Someone else already did it because I didn't jump on the TikTok bandwagon early. Whenever you see a new social platform coming out, go in and get that username. Even try to get other usernames as well and create multiple accounts. Try to get first names, just like Luke, Bella, John, and because they all will be available when platforms launch, and people will pay a lot of money for those names for branding reasons, because you can type in less words and get the actual in a search bar on TikTok or on Instagram, and it looks really bossy when you can see those short, cool names. So anyway, we've got trainer traffic. Oh, it's taken. That's annoying. Please look at the list of domains again. Wrong one here. And provide ones that are available to purchase. Now, ChatGPT probably went to those ones. Let's go trainertraffic.com. That may still be available. So it's on GoDaddy. Maybe GoDaddy sells it. And sometimes you'll find this. Then you go to the domain site. It says, because you might get locked onto a domain. Trainer traffic. So it doesn't actually say what that it is available, but that it might be. So okay, I don't have real-time browsing values. That's not right. Okay, let's take another one of these then. Let's say flexyourbrand.com. Let's try this one. Anything funny, and play around with the niche it is. I find most people in the gym training world, a lot of them are very social. They talk about flexing and they've got all other lingos going on. Let's see if we got that. Or maybe one of you sneaky ducks went and picked it up just then, which is fine. That's also why I asked if anyone's going to do fitness. That one's taken. Let's go with pump up promo. Let's see if this one's available. pumpuppromo.com. I'm not the biggest fan of double P here, but just for argument's sake, let's go ahead and add that to the cart. And then we'll do one for surgery. I did one yesterday for surgery, but let's go ahead in yesterday's beginner training. Let's so ones to stay away from, in my opinion, anything that says pro or boss or anything like that. You want to stay away from that because I think it just sounds tacky. Surgical Suite Solutions, Surgeon Marketing Masters. That's what I bought yesterday. So Surgeon Marketing Masters. And when you see these, you can play around with words. So Surgical Marketing Masters could be also, you could change that Surgical Suite Solutions into Surgical Marketing Solutions or Surgical Marketing Masters, or Master Surgeon marketing. You know, you play around with things. Again, this is just essentially just to get you set up with your own account, but this and branding. But this is the same way you can do this for other businesses too, right? You want to be using the same process when adding them in as a sub account. So let's just go by the second domain name, up Prosport. Let's go one more. And again, $14 a year, which is about $10 or $8 US. We've got those two in the cart. And then we're going to go up here and we're going to count domains. Up here's our cart. I'm going to view that. I'm going to buy both of these domain names right now. I'm going to pull this out because it's going to send me to PayPal. I'm just paying for it now with PayPal. Now it's sending me the one-time password. And if at any of these steps as well, with what we're talking about directly, if you have questions, let me know, because I will answer those, and I will answer all questions. I'll do some question time at the end of the training as well. But if there's anything I'm saying that you need re-clarification on, please ask. I want you to follow along with me. Okay, so anyway, good. Got our domain name. And we are good to go. Now, what I'm just going to actually, let's jump back into high level here quickly. Actually, no, let's do this first. Let's start with the, let's do an example that I've never done before and just show you the flow of how I do things. We're going to go to our domain list. They've updated this page in the last 24 hours, I think, dashboard. So up here, right to the dashboard, and then you can see the latest domain names here at the top. So like this, here's one that I actually need to sell. Maybe I'll sell this somewhere, but no, yeah. Well, my ex-partner, her name was Alira, so I bought Alira.com. That somehow was available. And then I also bought the AI link as well. And I know these short one-word names, just like Jasper, all right, or Jarvis, like they were. I know. I think it was Dropbox, right? The way Dropbox started, they worked and built the idea of Dropbox, like, which is cloud storage, and I think it was originally called the Dropbox, or there was a bigger name to it because they couldn't get the domain name Dropbox. Some guy owned it. They'd reach out at the team at Dropbox, then they wanted it. They said, yeah, it's going to cost this much, and then they said, no, like, what we're happy to do is pay you 5 or 10 grand, but also give you 3% in shares of our company, which if he had have done that, he would have made hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars potentially, but instead he didn't, and they did pay him cash, but it would have worked out for the guy with the domain to hold on to that. But again, you never know in those cases, right, on how things are going to go. So we have got, let me click, let me go filter. the newest. And let's go down and find the domain names that we just purchased. So one of them was Surgeon Marketing Solutions. So I'm going to open this in a new tab, or you can just click Manage. And then the other one was, who remembers what the other one was that I just bought? Surgical Suite Solutions, and we bought, let's just go back to one. Let me know in the comments what we actually purchased. Otherwise, I can just check it out inside of Pump Up Promo. That's what we bought. Yeah, Pump Up Promo. So I'm going to go through. We're going to go boom, boom, boom. Pump Up Promo here. So I'm going to go manage that as well. Okay, so now we're on a page that looks like this for both of our domain names. Again, I'm using Namecheap. It's very similar in GoDaddy and other platforms as well. I just keep on, not all, but a lot of my domain names here. Some of my more valuable ones on other different accounts completely. So now that we have got this, we can now go back into high level, and we can now go in and add a new sub account. So just to give you an overview here, this is the master account login that you will have access to. It will look like this when you first log in. It will then have all this information will start to flow through when you set up the Stripe accounts and a few other bits and pieces, and if you run it through Stripe, which you don't have to do. But we've then got some features on the side here as a master account that is going to be offering high level to local businesses, and giving them a free trial and making it just the most unbelievable deal for them to just jump on, all at our expense. And they'll think we're spending hundreds of dollars on them to offer them services like this, right? So, but more on the contacting and talking to clients later, because I want to minimize those steps for you too. So this is the master account. There's a bunch of stuff here you can go into. There's university courses. There's a thing that says affiliate portal. This, again, don't use this because if you went and sold the same product that we're going to be selling with your unlimited licenses, here you just sell high level and get 40% commissions on what they sell. Whereas because of the deal we've got you can sell your licenses, you can sell sub accounts, unlimited of them, for any price you want, and you then take 100% of it, right? And I know it's an insane deal, and it's crazy that they let us do this, or let me do this for you guys. And this was one of the biggest reasons I said yes to doing this, because originally I was going to white label this product, or I thought about it anyway, which you guys can also white label it, and have your own branding and have clients think it's yours that you've built from scratch. But like Mike said last week, having the logo up in the top corner, that's yours, but then having to deal with getting your own support team, because if it's not white labeled and sold, and you sell your licenses, high level can manage any tech support, right? Marketing support, something that you'd have to do, and tech support, high level can handle that. And the majority of questions are around tech support and how do I do this and how do I do that. That high level tech support, or any marketing company or software company's tech support, isn't going to tell you how to do the marketing. They'll just say, this is our tool and this is what you can use it for, right? But that's why you've got me for the marketing side of things, and you, because you're the marketer. But let's go down here first to sub accounts. And this is where you would add in different clients. So you can see the first one up here I've got me for my personal brand. Then I've got a local business here, right? So the top one here is me, and I use this. I use this account here to create your webinar replays. It's connected to mrlukemaguire.com, and I use it for a lot of different things. Now, I even use this top one here for affiliate marketing, whereas if I'm sharing a product, and like when you guys saw the Yellow Brick Road formula, for example, and I did the interview with Sean, I used High Level to create those pages and the replay pages and the text pages. I use it for even our weekly High Level trainings. I use High Level for that. But I did this example yesterday on our basic beginner training on surgeons and surgeon marketing masters is what the domain name was. And I want to go ahead and add in a new business, right? So the new business here is going to, we're going to call it my agency, and it's going to be, which of the two do we want to start with? Surgical Suite Solutions or Pump Up Promo? Let's do Pump Up Promo. That's a cool name. So we've got a gym snapshot, we've got a CrossFit snapshot, and these are things here that by snapshots, if you watched last week's webinar, and this is why it's really important with this set of webinars to really go in and watch them all, because I'm not going to double talk over things like this week. Even though we talked about snapshots last week, I'll talk about it quickly now. Next week, I'm going to assume that you know what they are, and it's one of the most powerful tools inside of Go High Level. So essentially, if I click over Know More, it'll show me things like this, and industry snapshots overview for CrossFits and gyms.
I'm here to talk about our industry template for CrossFit.
And it goes through all of the resources they built out for you.
VR offer, which is database reactivation. You come in.
And it's a really, really cool video to go into. It'll show you basically all the things they built for people that are wanting to sell this to people in their fitness industry, right? So it has emails, it has follow-ups, it has campaigns already for new leads that are coming into a gym, and they're instantly put into the pipeline, and they instantly have the chats and the follower automation and the flows and the, hey, it's been 5 days, have you claimed your free trial to the gym yet, right? And then all their calendars and messaging and everything's all done inside of High Level. They also build out your Facebook ads for you, examples and whatnot, and then there's a setup guide to go through it all there as well. So make sure to take advantage of looking at some of these videos. They're sometimes a bit sneaky to see where the play button is, but we're going to do it. We're doing a gym/CrossFit one, so let's use what we've got here. And I know there's only a handful of templates here, but just wait for the coming weeks. I've got some big surprises that I've had done, and I've also been involved in to be helping with other major niches that aren't here yet. But again, this is another bonus you get through going through my link, which is gohighlevel.com/Luke M. But let's go with the CrossFit or the gym. Let's go with gym. Or actually, we can go with CrossFit. Doesn't really matter, but let's just do CrossFit since we started on it. Now it'll ask, where is your business based? Now this doesn't just have to be your business. This is obviously a client's. It could be a client's business, right? But right now we're making our little agency site, or it can even just be a one-page site, so we have a form of web presence. And I often find, well, I always find it's better to do this and make mistakes on your own account, on your own business, especially prior to it being launched, if possible, to then know things when you go and do it for the client as well. So let's say here, I'm going to say 100 Hedges Avenue, Mermaid Waters. This is my old house. I filmed some of my sales videos here. It's and this is the very corner of Australia. You go out there and you're out on the furthest point of Australia. We've actually got all the big humpback whales coming past at the moment. And there's an albino whale called Migaloo. And it gets white whale, big giant humpback whale, that's all white, it's wild. So we'll fill this out real quick, and then let me just go. I'll put in a different email address. It'll ask for the phone number. This is not my number. None of these ones are. Website, if you don't have one yet, don't worry. Time zone, put that in Australian time zone just because I'm doing it here. 10 there. Now we need to save, and we're good to go. Now again, you can add in more information if you want about. You can add in notes and tasks that need to be done. There's a bunch of other things. You add in team members and stuff. But I wanted to just show you that this is the side portal here of when you are in a client account or a sub account, right? So there's all these different features on the side here. Let me click onto the sub account here. And now when you log in or when the client logs in, they will have access to be able to connect things to Facebook, connect things to connect their own Stripe, connect everything, so that essentially High Level's doing the hosting of everything, and all the integrations will just seamlessly go to their PayPals or Stripes or different connecting payment processes that they have. And they can even embed third-party payment processes into pages and whatnot. We won't get too caught up on that right now, though. On the left-hand side here, there's a few different sections from the overall dashboard where they'll be able to track all their stats when people start coming in, open leads, close leads, everything. It's really, really clean and nice. Calendars for booking times, and then you can have notifications that go out to different customers. There's an appointments version of it, so people can book appointments and when they've come in, if they've confirmed follow-ups and so on and so forth. Contacts, this goes over things like emails and using and actual lists of different users when they come in. Again, brand new account, so you'll see this get populated in the following weeks. Opportunities, this kind of gives you a good overview of who's in what section of that person's business. And you add in new pipelines here as well, which we'll talk about later. Payment gateway down here as well. And you can integrate payment gateways here, and this is a neat way that you can get money coming in for those trials, and you can then have them set up as being trials for 30 days to then be billed 297. So again, we'll talk about that shortly. But what I wanted to do down here, there's a few. This is where the fun marketing things come in: membership sites, reputation management, creating really clean reports for clients, websites. Under automation, there's this is where you can create those workflows. This is that we were touching on last week. So, and there's also some pre-existing ones as well. So I want to, I'm doing this for a client. I want a workflow. I want a workflow that's going to do birthday promotions. So, and you can see it's already set up. We've already set these up for you, and we've got some pretty cool new ones coming to you. That, and again, I don't want to wreck too many surprises yet, but spent thousands of dollars, again, the best experts in marketing and flow management to create things for you, so you don't even have to. So, but this is this flow. So, birthday reminder, something comes in, a customer comes into our pipeline with their lead ads. It'll be lead ads. You can get their birth date. So you want to send a text message, and the text message here might say something like, "Hey, from your friends at X, from this company, we hope all the days you like to be beautiful, happy birthday." Wait 24 hours. If they didn't reply, then they're done, then it's not going to do anything. If they did reply, let's reward the people that replied with a 20% discount. Wait 2 days for the reply. Are they still interested? Yes, send a positive message. And if no, then send an SMS. And there's test phone numbers. You can test this down here of how it'll look. We'll go more into that later. I'm just kind of going over some of the key features of where they are and what you can do, because there's so many different little things inside of high level that you won't even know exist unless you know where they are, right? So this is a cool way to generate AI content. You'll see in some of the other sections. Let's go social planner or blog or funnel content. In these different tools, there's that option for AI content and image generation all included as well. And that, like I was saying, they're so good at keeping things up to what's working now and even ahead of the curve in a lot of ways too. And you will constantly get all those new upgrades included for free, and they will also then be added into your sub accounts that you can create unlimited of. It's an ever evolving beast. These guys treat this like, it reminds me so much. I was saying this on a webinar yesterday. It reminds me so much. I'll just put my camera on here for a second. It reminds me so much of how Uber did this. Uber Eats did this in Australia, where they basically realized there was 5 or 6 other companies. There was Deliveroo, there was Diddy, a bunch of these other ones that would do food delivery and person delivery, like an Uber, right? But Uber Eats was like, nah, too many people, so we're going to run our company at a loss and make it that Uber Eats isn't a feasible business model for us, but what we're making enough with Uber rides, so we're going to push the prices down on Uber Eats, and it's the type of business that when you're getting your food delivered, no one really cares at all what car it comes in and whatnot. If anything, they care where do the majority of people use and trust the most. And because they could undercut the prices, that then made all the competition die so quickly, and now that they've got the majority of all rideshare. I think we have only 2 here now left in Australia that actually work really well. So that's pretty insane. And that's what High Level's been able to do here, is actually build really good products, if not better than some of the ones that they were replicating, and then continue to build them out in their own unique way when new advancements come out, like AI. They're introducing it everywhere in there at the moment, and it's free. It's not any form of upgrade. And yeah, I thought that was just a really cool thing to see there on that. So I'll turn the webcam off so you get the full screen again. Let's get into creating our sites, right? So here, once you've selected sites, under I'll rename this one later to, actually let me just do it now quickly, just so we are on the same flow. Let's go to agency view. We want to manage client. We want to take the general info, and the business name is going to be called Pump Up Promo. Pump Up Promo. Save. Now, hopefully, a bit of luck. There we go. So now we got Pump Up Promo. Now, let's go and create our first site. And is everyone with me so far? Put a number 5 in the box if you're with me so far. I want to see that you guys are still engaged. And and if you are enjoying this content, this is what you are wanting to see, right? Number 1, and number 2, if it's not, and let me know why it's not. And again, I'm here to try to help everyone. I know there's going to be some 1s and some 2s. Oh, there hasn't been 1, 2 yet. That's very kind of you. Don't worry, I don't get insulted either if there's a number 2. because that's just where you're at. Georgia mentioned she's keen to get into reputation management for sure. So we'll touch on that today for sure as well. So now we've got our, we've clicked on our sub account. So this is going to be my agency called pumpuppromo.com. We've clicked sites. And because we added in those snapshots earlier, went in the list of those different sections saying, oh, do I want pre-made templates already done so I don't need to create them from scratch? Well, here is, for example, a funnel. So we've got the offer claim page here. We've got the bookings page. And we've got the thank you page, right? So offer, booking, funnel. Now, you can also track a bunch of other things in here as well, but let's go back here. You can then also create full websites up here. So if you don't want to create funnels, you can create full websites. If you want to do blogs, create your own blogs, blog sites. If you want to do WordPress, you can do that. WordPress there. I don't use WordPress anymore, but some people love to use WordPress. Client portal, go in here for domain name setup and branding. We've got the builder for forms, surveys, and you can see all the results all in the same chat or in the same screen. Chat widget for the websites, and say with this widget here, this is how the chat's going to go. Say someone comes to your website or the client's website. Hey, I have a question here. I've got image. I'm going to edit my image here. This is what it would look like up in the right corner here. And when they respond, the cool thing is that it goes back into the universal chat conversations over here on the left where it says conversations. That will pull any communication from text messages, from websites, from phone calls and voice messages, and everything is all in the one place for them as we went over last week. But let's go back to our site building. Up here, there's media, it says, so you can open your media library, which is basically just files you want to add up in there. And you can even do URL redirects. There's little buttons as well, like settings. So I can add in a domain name here, right? So the domain name we're going to add in is, well, there's two ways you can do this here. I'm going to see if this is the one that I was here. We'll let it do its thing. There we go. And you mentioned you've done these steps. This should really help with that. So, because I'll show you essentially maybe where you got stuck. So back over to here. So now this is an example of something that I know some people will get stuck on, and why I wanted to share this. I might even add this in as cut this part out and add it in as just a video or send it out as well, because this is where the go high level training videos, they'll walk you through them, but they'll start saying things like, okay, it's time to now connect your domain, presuming you already know how to buy one. But I think never presume anything. Like, even if you do presume that, just show them how to buy a domain name. Show them exactly how to take things, and don't use big words that are complex. Like people, I think I watched one that says, all right, we need to go now into the DNS of the domain name, and we need to send a record up with the required value of 34.68.234.4, and then chuck in a CNAME with www, and then flash funnels in there, and then we need to verify it. Like, that is so confusing even to me. And I've actually done what I just said a billion times. So, and to me, for years I thought there has to be a way I can create a product that stops having that stops people needing to even do this step. But now watching this is going to be so simple for you. So again, doesn't matter if you're using GoDaddy or whatever, go into your domain name that you just purchased. You can then go down into advanced DNS. Again, it might be somewhere else or called something slightly different on your site. So we're going to go ahead and change the CNAME record, which already has www. And it's parked right now at namecheap.com. So if I take this domain name, and by parking, it means it's not connected to anything. So it's just them using the domain to register other stuff here. Now, the thing with domains, name, is just the name, right? It's only the name you're buying, right? And some domain names, people do it for a living. It gets harder and harder, but that's why look for opportunities. This is just a side note or a side quest, if you want to call it that. Think of creative names. Think of the shorter you can get. Think of weird words that would mean something to a specific niche, and see if you can get some of those domain names, because you can then literally go over into Google and type in domain valuation tool. Now these give you rough estimates. Domain appraisal. Let's see what they reckon it is. Oh, they got what people are asking for. Open.so. See, because it's a short word, even it's .openso. 900 bucks someone wants to pay for it. Someone bought that for 10 bucks. Right? You can see some of these other prices. Growth consultants, $500. Fine prompts, $94. Les and Chris. Let's see if there's any big sellers here. Because I know happybirthday.com sold for millions of dollars. Or like, I think it was $500,000. Let's see price range that plus. Codeamber.org. So they're the only ones up for sale here, but let's go back and say domain name valuation tool. And where's one that's just let's say I've got a domain name called instafamous.com. Now, Instafamous, I'm sure you've all heard that term. If you haven't, it just means someone that's famous on Instagram. It can be used as a positive thing or as a negative thing. And there's a few different ones out there. And see, they're worth 4,700 US. I reckon I could sell it for 5 times that easy. And I bought that from someone who already owned it for 300 bucks. Let's see what they reckon this one's worth. And the values go on these valuable things, right? So they reckon this one's worth less. And things like low search volume and whatnot for that one. So that's how they've valued it. But the thing is, with domains being 10 bucks, it doesn't cost much. And if you get some really smart ones, it can you can create some really cool things. And even if you have sites that have been running for years and years and years, and they've never posted anything, adult content or anything, which I'm sure it's not, you guys haven't done that, they'll see that as well, Google's ranked it for all these terms. That's value in itself, because the value is coming from traffic. But yeah, anyway, let me just even see what they say. Surgical Suite Solutions, what they value that is, and then what we just bought. Then we bought Pumped Up Promo. I've reached the guess limit. That's all right. We can do that another time. But yeah, just another way to make money quite easily, and then to sell them inside of the domain, in domain sections inside of Namecheap or GoDaddy. You can click sell. You can buy something for $9 now, put it up for $2,000 if you think it's worth that. Yeah, so get creative. Now, back to setting up our A record and CNAME. This is all we need to do, this one-step video, to get our actual sites connected. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to copy that. This is going for the A record. Or where to go? Let me click out of these because some of these are just keep popping up. Pumped up promo. Here we're going to remove this and oh sorry. Let's start with the CNAME then. CNAME / funnels. And then we will take this one and put that in for an A record. So by doing that, we click, so we've got CNAME here, and we've got A record here. And we're going to hit tick, tick. And now we can go back over and we can click verify records. And you can see it doesn't update right away. It might take a minute or two to verify. Now, I should also mention, if you don't know what you want your domain name to be yet, you don't actually need it to start creating your pages. So we'll try that again, because again, it might take us a second or two. I find it so interesting. We're in 2023, and I still can't get reception in some parts of my house, but we can get a moon rover to Mars apparently, and we can get crypto sent in half a second, but verifying things like this takes some time. But essentially, the goal, there we go. Link domain with funnel step, offer claim, link the domain. And we've done that successfully. Yay. So now we've done that, let's go back into, you can see here's all this stuff on the side that can help you from email marketing to conversation providers, reputation management, etc. But let's go back here for now. Now we're going to go to sites again. Up the top here, let's create a funnel, shall we? Let's create a funnel. Now they've already included one for us here. Let's have a look at this first and see if we like it. And see if we like it. Let me know if that's. Sorry, everything happens on these webinars. My phone will be silent all day, but now it's like, oh, groceries are coming soon, so I might need to pause just to open the door from shortly if they do, but I don't think they will. But here, we're inside of this already. I think it's about CrossFit. So, but maybe I'm not doing CrossFit gym. Maybe I'm doing a 7 days of your half marathon or your summer shred men's training, right? Men's challenge, right? Yeah, we could do that, or we could say something like, as I might build this funnel for my agency, so, saying, you are gym owner, well we have a very special surprise for you, right? Now, the cool thing with this page builder is, just to give a real basic overview of how this works, is that we can, it works in sections. So out here, we've got a section, we've then got a button here, which is considered an element, but they're color coded. So we've got sections out here. We've then in closer got columns, and you can see around them all. Say I wanted to add in 2 columns underneath it, I can just do that there. And then, so blue are columns, and then we've got actual elements being the next thing. So then element, we can then click add element. Let's say I want to put in, let's say, an image. And then whenever we select anything from the right side from elements or anything like that, we can, to then edit them, we then on the left side over here, I'm going to call this maybe fitness. And then I can change background colors and whatnot. I can then go in and load an image, create an image using AI. Let's say I want to say, I want a fitness dog to be designed, right? But it says here that AI is a paid service. I don't think it costs much at all, but just for this argument's sake, let's just select let's screw it. Picture that shares a group of gym owners being super excited about working with us. Office equipment fit with happy smiles. Something like that. Let's try the example. Oh shit, see, I hit the wrong button. An office space image of 5 fitness influencers with fit bodies or something like that. Generate. And I actually haven't used this AI on this before, so let's see how it goes. That's pretty funny. So I could get more detailed, and if I wanted to, but let's just go ahead and continue on that. So let's click on that. Let's click on that there. Boom, we've added that in there. And I could say change background colors and whatnot. Even on the background here, you can see there's a big image around it. And everything in this can be changed. Background image here, let's go ahead and change that to and if it's not frame right, background image, no shadows, no stickiness, full center. So you can see him play around with things like that. And then let's say we wanted to add in a video here, I could do that. But say if I wanted to move this video up, right? I want to move this video here down, or this button down here. Then over here on the left, I can change things, center it, different colors, subtext color. And then I'm going to define subtext font size. Next 24 hours. And then we want that button to then go to a website. Let's just say, I don't know, Google. You can even have it open in a new tab. And then the cool thing is as well is say I accidentally hit something or delete something, or oh crap, up here I can click reverse, bring it back. But if any mistake, I can reverse and click go back. This background image, maybe I'll change this out to, it obviously doesn't look very nice. Not that we're trying to go for nice. Let's search for fitness. Oh, I might even just go to Google on this one and go fitness gym owners or fitness background. I don't know, something like that. You could even do the location that you're going after, different fitness providers or whatever provider it is. Let's save image as, say that's the desktop. You're going to go back up into here, upload the file, find it. So yeah, I've got too many things popped up. So let me just close some of these. And again, this is just what I do. This is how I learn. I'll go in, I'll play around with things, and I'll work it out. Here we go, fitness. Maybe I can just drag and drop it in. Yeah, you can just drag and drop that. Let me just say, whatever reason that image didn't want to load for me. So let's go view. Download a preview here. And we can go back. The download speed just have a mind of its own. That's all right. You get the idea. But what's a good thing for me to show you now? See, it's weird. Negative things I can turn into a positive. Yeah. But this is showing you the funnels, right? So this is funnel like A, and then you can. I can put a tunnel here. Sorry, a timer. I can add an element. I can go over here. I can go to surveys, maps, locations, reviews. Let's do a countdown timer. Let's make this be a different color. The color to be blue. And then we want label color to be green. And now what I might want to do is go add a Y column, and I might want to add in a row. And then I want to add, I can just drag these elements. So I want to drag this down to here, drag this down to here. And that probably looks a lot better, right? Background color. So I want this background to be like that, and do that. And so I want to then change this, the background color of this. Where are you? Check it. So this is not, you can get a little fiddly with things like this. I can add in images and whatnot there, but you get the idea. You can just play around with it full width. Let's even have a look at the settings on this one here. Do we want any shadows? You can do that, so it really pops out. And then again, you can just say I can duplicate any of these. So say I create 5 buy buttons, I can duplicate them all to move them down. Because here I need to add in a row, 1 column. And then now I can easily go, boom, move this down here, and then duplicate this, move this down there. Right. And then say I want to get rid of all of this, I can delete, and I can delete the section, and we've got that nice shadow effect there, which I think looks quite nice. So yeah, you can play around with it like that. But what I want to do now, and again with videos, again, just all you need to do is click on the image. We can go over here to the left, and it says what type of video. The really cool thing with your free Go High Level account is you can upload content directly to High Level's hosting. So it's like almost like a Vimeo copy as well, but I don't even think they mentioned. You can have all your videos hosted here, no problem at all. So we go, let's go to YouTube. Let's say go over to YouTube right now. And my favorite YouTuber is Cody Co. I'm going to go ahead and input that there. Have it autoplay. And again, not relevant, but I'm just showing you how to use the page builder itself. Up here, there's a preview if you want to see what this is going to look like. This is where it'll ask you to add in some SEO information. And you can see that little page, again, is just done auto-playing. But again, with the exit pop as well included, which again, to do things like an exit pop, again, you just need to go to a section, add in there's like navigation menus, progress bars, image features, two-step orders, category navigation. It's all included in here for you to just simply have it all set up and good to go. You can also see what it would look like on a desktop versus mobile version, and how it will accompany and be all responsive for that. Then hit save. And if I hit save, it's going to save all those new updates that I've done. So I'll just do that for now anyway. I'm going to go back though. And then I want to show you two really cool things here. So that's the offer claim page. There's a booking page. And then there's a thank you page. And these are all connected. So your leads are just going to go boom, boom, boom. And that's why I like to use these pre-done templates. And it's specifically about CrossFit, this one here. But we can just as easily go in and create a new funnel for ourselves, either from complete scratch with a blank canvas or with a template. And the cool thing about this is, because you got it through my link, you get all these templates for specific niches, specific niche templates here of all sorts. And you can go show more, and these are all included. There's pages and pages and pages and pages and pages of them that go on and on and on and on. And these are all templates you can then take and design however you like. The one you guys recently saw was with the video replays. I used this template, changed everything. But let me just show you this actually. Let me go back. So preview it. I went in here and I deleted these two columns, and then you see these arrows here, these buttons, a few different sections got rid of down below, these frequently asked questions. This is exactly the same thing as what I'd use to send you guys to this webinar replay page. And like with these buttons, for example, like I'll show you an example in a minute, but I created one button and added the link to it, and then I just duplicated it for all these different other sections here. You can see these arrows are the same. already pre-designed. These drop downs, all done, all responsive, all super simple, no coding needed. Really easy to do. But let's do a different one, just because I like to always do new things, because then I learn things too when I'm playing around with different funnels and stuff. And remember, these are funnels we're creating. We haven't even touched on the websites yet, but it's the same principle. So let's go. Oh, that's, give me 2 seconds. That's just going to be the groceries. All right, come back, guys, come back. Sorry. Oh, so apologize for that. My partner ordered it and then forgot that I had the webinar, but had to go to an appointment herself. So appreciate you all. I'm putting, I'll make sure I make that one up to you guys. So now we've got that understood. Now we've got that understood. I wanted to just then touch on, let's just choose a random one here. We're going to move faster on this one because you kind of get the idea of how the page builder works. But let's just go and let me show you how this works with templates more, and actually then now getting that site live to your domain name, right? I want you to be able to have live sites on your domain name, and that in itself is going to feel really good. So let's start with, let's get rid of this here, and we're going to add in a video. For that video, we're going to go boom. Let's actually add something that we've got here. Let's find one of my videos. And we're going to go back to higher level. And over here on the left, YouTube video URL. I'm going to turn off autoplay. I'm going to say the #1 search fitness marketing agency in Australia. Let us prove to you work with you for 30 days for free to experience an agency that simply gets it, right? And then for this button that they've got here, I want to say claim your spot now, 5 left, or something like that. And then to open it as a pop-up, you can do that down here. And trusted buy, again, you can change these images out really easy to ones that brands or recommendations you have, or you can even just get rid of these sections if that's not what you want. So let's get rid of all of this. Let's go and change this image. And let's find a fitness influencer image. It's insane, but it's something a bit more normal. This is my friend Libby. I don't know what she's got in trouble for. If not, oh no, she's launching a model training program. See, niches within niches within niches. Make you pay to read the articles of sneaky people. It's going to do it again, isn't it? Yeah. Just for argument's sake, boom, I'm going to go over here, back into get rid of this, or maybe I can even just go to settings and edit it. We're going to go upload. I'm just going to drag this in here. Now, don't be like me and just randomly chuck files in. Try to create folders. You'll find it gets much more clear. It's much better. Now, to get the image in, you need to double click it, and then it will be added. And as I've shared in other videos, you can even use Canva, which is a really neat tool that I like to use with, there's a free version, I believe, and there's a trial or something, but Canva has become something that I just find so useful. You'll even see that that's where I made my little YouTube thumbnails for the bonuses. You can see here, recent designs, mine. Like these are all just created in here in about 2 seconds each. And so say I wanted to get rid of this one, get rid of this guy. I then want to add in upload picture of me, and then I want to go say edit photo, background remover. And I know I'm going fast in this part, but I'm just trying to share. Oops. What have I done there? Decided to play some games with me, but that's all right. Anyway, you get the idea. You can create things pretty fast and quickly doing it, and just export them by downloading it if you need custom imagery. But again, probably going a bit too deep for today's training on that. But because I want you guys, just as a goal, to get everything set up. Now, say we like this, we like the look of this. So I want to get rid of services we like. You can just delete things that aren't relevant, but it's always good to have call to action buttons on the site. Let's go ahead and hit save. And actually, yeah, we'll do it on this one. And it'll say enter a title. I'll call this Fitness Agency 1, description. Oh no, to Fitness Agency, the number. Oh, we are the leaders in fitness marketing and online reputation management. We bring new clients and traffic to your fitness clubs, along with setting you up systems that with software that will automate and improve your online traffic generation. Try us for 30 days free. Keywords, yeah. And this is just for Google SEO. You can see down the bottom right here, it's sharing what it will say. And again, I'm just going really rough here. You can choose that if you're the author or not. You know, upload an image for it. And keywords would be things like marketing, fitness, gym, fitness, gym owner, marketing. So think about words that people would be searching to find this type of service. Social media marketing for my gym, all right? Things like that. We're gonna hit then save. And for things like logos and whatnot, while that's doing that, in Canva, really easy to do too. What do we call our company? What the domain name was, I don't know why I keep forgetting it. Just because we bought it. Surgical Solutions, and pump up promo. So let's just go here in Canva, pump up promo logo. But yeah, I believe there's a free version of Canva, completely free, and then there's also a paid version too. Category. And this is a great place as well to design social media posts and whatnot. So let's go. Event, game, blah, 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 food and drink, sports. And you get the idea. I can click on this. And you can start to change these words around. So what is that? Magic words, magic write, rewrite. So that they're using AI for that. But it's just, if I just went back here to logo generation, I could just change this to say pump up promo. Delete that. Right, that could be the logo. You can change. I could change this image with another image over here. You get the idea. But hopefully this is loaded now. Out that. We hit save. Cool. Now that we're good to go, and up here we can toggle between phone view and screen view. Phone view, we need to we'll need to replace that again. That's all right. Let's just go back and do that in a second. I know there's a way we can just double that over, no problem at all. Up here, pump up promo.com. Let's see what it's sharing at the minute. Probably nothing yet, but now here, when we've clicked on it, I got too excited. Here, we've now got the publishing up over here, right? And this is where you can change the what it would be, pumpuppromo.com / opt-in for this landing page, and you can change the destination, basically the page link there. But up here in settings, you want to select a domain. I want to call it pump up promo, and then promotion design. Pump up promo trial. Pump promo trial. I'm going to go ahead and go save. And then let's just see if we've got that going good now. So now you can see it's already gone live with the other one that we did earlier, right? So, so yeah, now it's up live and running. So let's go and call this funnel. I'll just leave it at, so you can change it there if you want, but let's just go. I might have this already hard redirected to not see the other sites yet. Yeah, let me just go. And this is what I mean. You can just play around with things to get it live. promo. And there we go. So we now made that step there. And now if we want to, again, change our home page to be what we just created then, we can go to the manage domains. Please manage domains. No, we're good there. We go back to our sites. And this is what I mean. Sometimes, like I did this yesterday in the webinar, and I found it in 2 seconds. And sometimes it can just get a little bit fiddly. Edit. Promotional. Test 5. And we can go sales, step back. So we've got this one here, and then back again. Sorry, I checked the wrong one. Got the offer claim page there. Publishing. That's all updated there. And there was a section before I had it with the domain section over here. Let me go automation. Something else too. But yeah, our site's now live. If we want to change it around, I'll find where it was that I had it set up prior. It's probably here somewhere, to be honest. The second I say I'm going to leave it, that's what happens. Edit. Yeah, default page, pump up trial landing page, and do the same for this one. Make sure that's edited. Oh, yeah, I need to go pump up trial, save. That's going to be the default home page, right? So I'm going to go. It might just take a second to reload it over there, but that's all you need to do, and you'll be good to go. And I'll do the same here. And there's also little videos you'll see here that'll help with certain things too. Now, I often find that, oh, there we go, see, it's updated now. So sorry about that little bit of confusion at the end, but it's worth just going through and playing around and just using it, all right? And sorry, I haven't looked at the questions for a minute, but that's just what I do. I'll go in and I'll play around with things and work it out. Darren says, this is brilliant, mate. I'm going to go watch this over and over. Namecheap has a free logo maker too. Yeah, they do. Yeah, I should have mentioned that. Well done, Demetrius. See, look at us as a team. We're going strong. Now, that was just opt-in pages I was showing. I want to show you really, really quickly how to get to, and that's what I mean, like to change that home page, it's this little icon up here to then have the already set up domain names here. You have to go edit to change it, then save, and that will change it. And I know for some people they were getting stuck with that step. And hopefully that's a lot more clear now. And if you're still in here, let me know, has that helped you get everything up and running with that live training? Sorry, with that example there. And oh, Anne's gone to sleep by the looks of it. Whoopsies. Leonard says, is www on a domain name important? So essentially yes, because like say if I do it without, say I want to change this one to be free CrossFit claim. I'll take that, put that there. You can see it's gone back to the old one, whereas the second one I've got set up to the first pump up trial landing page. Copy this, come over here, paste, and you'll see, even though it's the same domain name, www does make a difference. So, and whether that's to split test pages is the main reason that you can do that. If see which page converts better for you, but I just stick with one at the start. And again, we're going to give you some of the templates that we recommend using. But I want you guys to go on and use it. One really good tip here as well is that I know it's so easy. I'll put my webcam on for this for a second. I know it's so easy to get caught up in the thoughts of like, oh, this is too hard for me when you can't work something out. And this is in any software. I did the same thing all the time. I go, nah, too hard. I'm going to do this tomorrow. I'm going to do it in a week. And then that doesn't happen. And then I know for me, for a long time, I'd get emails about different products and services that can do this. And I'm like, oh, that sounds so much easier. And I'll buy that. I'll buy this and I'll buy all these pieces. But nothing really is building a business for me. It's just feeling good, and getting excited about it being a bit easier. Now, I know for me, when I first came into high level, that little section then of just that little cogwheel, and I finally found it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I spent an hour wasting my time trying to do that. But then the way I found it was because I went to YouTube. So I was trying to look through all high level stuff, and high level has so much resources, but it can get overwhelming because again, they're targeting to so many different people in different areas and industries that I wanted to make sure, like a lot of the features I just don't need access to. I don't need to be creating team accounts for me personally, and it might be a big video or two on that, and it can be just annoying at times, right? When I'm just trying to figure out how do I add this domain name. So if you go to YouTube and type in anything like, how do I set up the autoresponder in Go High Level? And then you can see this one's on 3 years ago. I'm sure they've updated, and that's probably around when they first started to get big or launch, right? How to set up customer reply to text in automation. I could say, how do I use the page builder in High Level or Go High Level? And you'll see people make really quick little videos that can answer pretty much any question for you in a visual way, and they've found that usually because they've had this problem themselves, and they want to do a better job at getting views to come into their pages, because they're probably selling it as an affiliate directly to consumers, and also not offering trials or anything like that, because it's that they don't have the option to, like you guys do with your unlimited sub accounts, right? So use YouTube, and do this for anything. Like have a look at the views, have a look at how long it goes for, and because sometimes you'll find for the same thing, this one goes for 23 minutes, might be a bit more detailed, but this one goes for 7 minutes, and depending on what is it you're trying to do, will really you can find the answer so quickly by just doing that little shift. I know it sounds probably self-explanatory, but yeah, I wanted to mention that. Now, finally, what I want to do is go back and touch on this, because again, remember, this was this was meant to be a webinar with Mike, sending actual traffic into high level, setting up those other flows and whatnot. But he couldn't make it. So I hope so far you guys have been enjoying this, because we haven't done one just inside of high level yet. But I thought it's important to hopefully share a few things with you guys on that. Now, I want to get out of this sub account here now. Now, this is how it works. Imagine if this was a client, and this was a client. I can then, and I want to make this super clear, with your special master account license, and with the 30-day free trial in that, you get access to a master account. These are sub accounts I'm in right now. Pump Up Promo is sub account. Surgeon Marketers is a sub account. Luke McGuire here is a sub account. That's me going to be creating landing pages for me under the domain name Mr. Luke McGuire. Now, if I go back to the agency view, this is where you can control everything. So what will happen is when you sell these accounts, it will give free trials to people. There's two ways you can do it. One, you can add them when the trial comes in, and you can set up automated payments through PayPal, through Samcart, through a bunch of different ways. But I'm speaking with High Level now to see if they can quickly build me something to integrate it, a done for you by trial button for you guys only, and I'm sure they will. We just got to. It just might take a little bit of time, maybe a few weeks, maybe a week, maybe it's sooner, right? But I wanted it to be okay. Say sell license, and it all just be linked to a special link, and you can get paid by entering your own bank details or the Stripe you've connected, or PayPal, or whatever it might be, and that it then rebuilds after the 30 days if they haven't cancelled, and they won't be, I'm sure, because for most businesses this is the biggest godsend to them. But for now, adding the sub account, manually creating a payment link, or even if you wanted to even step back even further, if you know the person or know the client, you can say, hey, look, let me do this for 30 days for you. And then if you want to continue, it's going to be this much a month. It'll be $297 a month for your account, and all of these flows to remain going. Most businesses are just going to say yes, because of everything that it does for them. And the beautiful part about this is once we've done client number 1 in fitness, I can then go ahead and essentially duplicate anything and everything from account A into account B, and then into account C if they're all in the same niche. So those sales pages that you make the first time, or tweak from the templates, the landing pages that we've already built for you, but you just need to change the wording a bit and get it designed the way you like it. That can all be replicated into the next client, into the next client, into the next one, and it works really, really well. Now, let me just click websites here to quickly show you how to start a new website. And here's where you'll see actual standard looking website, like here the PR agency, yoga form, and it's the exact same process as well. These are all included to you for certain high level members. They're not. So to get this even when you're on trial, this will also build out the about services contact pages. So you can build a website in seconds, which is so cool. And the power of that is if I go back to, back to my own agency site, my master account here. While I know we've been talking about how to, I'll turn my webcam off here, sorry. Would have been weird that I wasn't looking across at you guys, because I'm just on an iMac up here. Is that while we can do that, there's also this prospecting tab here, which is a new feature. And as you'll see, there'll be more new features. Those that signed up a few weeks ago to this, that feature wasn't there. They're constantly adding brand new things in that work. And I think this is a really, really cool tool, because look at this. If I go add, say I want to find women's gyms in Sydney. You can see down here, all of these different pages, more and more pages of fitness gyms that are for women, right? So now what it's doing, it's going in and doing a basic scan of their sites, right? So these guys got 4.3 for stars, 4.2. I like, and this one is 4.2, isn't GPB claimed, or that doesn't have WordPress claimed either. So Knockout Fitness for Women. I like to try to get ones that have lower ranking scores, or at least both of these not included. But watch this. If I click on this, I'm now saying this is a potential client for me, right? So do I have a point of contact? Yes or no? If I don't, I can go ahead and hit save. They have. Let me go back because maybe they don't have a website. Maybe they just had a Google listing. Women's gyms in Sydney. Let's go on page 2. Five stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. Oh, this one's only got 4 stars. Gallipoli Gym. Yeah, okay, so now we can actually see their website here. And often you'll find, I find this with surgeons a lot, that their websites are just so rough. They might be the best at surgery, but everything else not so good. See, this one website's not bad, but still, you can tell it's probably been made by a friend or something. Like I didn't even see that contact us button there for a second. And what you could do is say, hey, look, I want to actually build you a website, give you a free 30-day trial of the software, give you an autoresponder, have everything set up for you, and let me help you get everything set up inside your account. All you're going to need to do is connect a few bits and pieces that on your end, like your Instagram, your Facebook, and whatnot. And we want to work with you for 30 days for free first. And here, and you can even say, here is a complete breakdown of some of the things we've noticed about your business, and we want to give this to you for free as well, in hopes you'll try out our services that we're going to do for free for you for 30 days, and then continue at $297 a month after that. And then you can add in other things if you want to, like that. Like you'll do their social media posting and whatnot if you want to, or the SEO if you want to. Or you can even offer those services and have high level do it for you. There's just a cost to that. But you can see it's generating a report here. So let me go back, because I said this is a client I could potentially work with. I'm going to generate a report. And again, this is what you can only do this in a master account, right? So you're getting the master account. Your clients won't have access to this master account. They won't have access to go through all of your different clients and unlimited sub accounts and anything like that. So, but back to prospecting here. I'll just show you an example of one I did of where do we do it? Best hernia surgeons, right? I'm actually going to export both of these. But then once I've heard back from them, I can then, and I'll be able to track that through here, who said yes, who said no, and who rebuilds, who doesn't. I can then go, okay, I'm ready to convert this person to a sub account. That's all I need to do once they sign up to a trial is I can click convert the sub account. Now, like I said, I'm going to get high level to essentially create a way that once that sale comes in, or that trial link comes in, when they put their details in, that high level can then track it and give them access to that sub account, and then also pay you that money instantly. You'll get paid the money instantly. High level doesn't get anything for how you, from you selling it. So let's see what this report looks like here. marketing audit reports. It's got my business name, my social media manager here, branded there with their location, online health score, 3 found, not found in a bunch. Your online listings are inaccurate. This means your potential customers will not be able to find you. Your competitor with better online listing is taking all the revenue that you deserve. See, it's even written in a way that it's like, look, this sucks for you, but we're here to help you with this. Looks like your Google business profile is not claimed. Claim it. It's a crucial step to establishing a strong online presence. Chat widget on website, text enabled business number, WordPress. It says you're using a WordPress site. Their reviews are quite well here. They're doing really well on their Google reviews. And then take some examples of their positive reviews here. Online listings, so where they've been found and where they've had their listing added. So they're not on Yelp, they're not on MapQuest, they're not on any of these other sites that, again, they should be. And they say, okay, yeah, we want that to happen. Will you do that for us? And it's so easy. You log into these different sides like Goal Locale 24/7, say add listing and add that person's listing in. They're going to appear in so many more places, and that's a really quick way to get people in on the trial. Credit card details down, even though they're not going to get charged otherwise. And it just is a really clean, simple way to find clients, right? And that's outreaching to them, where the goal for us here is to bring them into our funnel through ads that cost next to nothing using TikTok, and having it be really clean setup from the get-go. So, all right. So, any questions so far on that? Be helpful. Will there be any trade on TikTok ads that next week? There will be 100%. That it was meant to be today. Mike unfortunately couldn't make this webinar. He said he was going to make it. Then he said he'd only have 45 minutes or 50 minutes because he's in Vegas with Chris Record at the minute. I said no, that's fine. Come on for as long as you can. I want to get these things taught. Then he told me today he was just running super late and would only be able to be on here for 20 minutes. I said, look, that's okay. I'm sure my audience will understand, and I'll do the whole training inside of High Level and go over some core things that they can then go out and implement right away. And yeah, well, so that was the benefit. Yes, Mike's going to do an extra webinar next week. So Mike will be on 2 of the webinars next week. I might even do a 3rd one at again, the flip time zone like I did yesterday for those. Leonard says, do you get the credit card details when offering a free trial so you can auto pay if they continue? Yes, correct. That's exactly right. That's exactly what you'll do. Thomas says, that's pretty good. Dimitri says, I'm willing to contribute some important info regarding settings to your viewers. Make me host and I will explain. I'm not actually about to wrap this webinar up now, my friend, but I'm more than happy to share any videos if you want to share them with everyone, or in a future webinar next week. You can jump on. Just send me kind of what it is just a basic overview of what it is you're wanting to share. Just so I make sure it all ties in. And I'm sure it will. You're a good man. Will we set up the GPB? Is that what did it say? Where's the comment gone? Will we set up the GPBs? What do you mean by GPBs? Do you mean like the actual accounts and sub accounts? what you mean by that? What to sell to get cash during my next in the 30-day free trial? So this is I was saying this in the webinar yesterday, right? So where's an example? I'll just try to find that quick document I was using. That's your bonus documents for anyone that gets the free trial. Here, this is just a rough example, and I did the math kind of wrong. So, the Mark did a really good breakdown of this last week, right? So, month one, you're getting paid nothing, right? Because you're doing 30-day free trial, right? So, if today is the day you're going out and people sign up, for 30 days, you're not going to get anything in cash, but you're going to get clients onboarded, and the goal is to get them onboarding. And that's why with the system we're teaching, with leads coming in through TikTok, you'll have the leads there to talk to and to actually service, right? Then in any extra time, you can do the flip side and reach out to businesses that you actually want to work with, using the prospector tool, for example. But month one would be 0, right? And that's, I think I'd said if there was, I'll do these numbers again, but let's just do, and again, take this with a grain of salt with these numbers. So I'm just going to do this really quickly. Say it's 297. We're suggesting you sell it for 297 a month because you get 100% of that. 297 a month. Say our ads and our marketing and reaching out and whatnot bring in, say, 500 leads a month, right? Let's just say if only 50 people, let's just say out of those 500 leads, 300 people take the trial, 150 people recur rebills after 30 days, right? So 297 times 3, sorry, 297 times 150, 297 times 150, right? That's 44 grand, grand already on that. Let's even have to make this a really low number. Let's just say 30 people rebill after the 30 days, right? So 30 people times 297 is about roughly 9K. It's 8.9K USD, right? So, but we'll just round it up to 9K just for math's sake. So month one, 0. Month two, 9K. Month three, 18K. Month four, and you get the idea, right? And it's just like month 5, month 4, month 18K, month 9, 27K, right? So that's doing trials, right? Now the flip side, sell direct. If you sold month 1, say you got the same 500 leads, 300 people take the trial, and meeting 30 rebills, that's being really low, right? Because the ads are targeted towards the exact people that would want it. Plus, we can reach out through other ways too, like prospecting, like we were sharing. Month 1, yes. So say you got 10 clients, right? 10 clients, and normally it's like if someone has a free trial option versus a 297 straight up, 297 would be times, let's just say 10 people signed up. That means you get 3K right out the gate, right? 3K right out the gate. Month 2, that's 6K. But you can see instantly by waiting that extra time, that delayed gratification, you already made 3 extra grand for that month. And yes, you've made nothing during it. You've worked your butt off. You're servicing all these clients. You're hoping they convert, but if only a small percentage did, boom. And then with this compounding, month 3, you then get 9K, right? Whereas month 3 up here, we're at 18K, over double, right? Month 4, 12K. month 4 up is 27K. So it's dramatically different. And yes, like that's a generic overview, but essentially, and people will drop off at times, right? But if you get them using it, it becomes a core part of their business. And for these businesses, these are things that are already core parts of their businesses, but under 15 different logins with way more expensive price tags, and the ability usually that they can't do a lot of the things themselves, and then they need to pay their IT team or their marketing, a marketing team or department, right? So it's about getting thinking of that long-term play here and that delayed gratification. And here, let me give this all to you and show you how this will work for you, and just implement it, and then they'll see, right? Then it says get card details when offering a free trial. Yeah, it will essentially be just like most apps, and it's normal these days to do this, even on like phone trials and stuff, right? Like it's on phone games and stuff. It'll say here's, or like the car map I bought the other day. Again, don't know why. Obviously need to chill out, I reckon. But it was like, here's an X amount free trial, but I still had to then confirm and Face ID that I will be charged X amount after this date because of that, right? So yeah, Darren said, well, I need to go through this webinar. So much great info over delivered. Okay, cool. Yep. Gary says, I believe you mentioned you can import a ClickFunnels page into this program. Will that be trained today? Yes, Gary, if you're here right now still, Gary Taylor, if you can send me, if you can find a ClickFunnels page that like anyone that you'd like me to show you how to replicate instantly, please do that now. And I'll look for the link for the ClickFunnels page, and I'll do a live example of that. Now, Don says, ask Mike to teach TikTok paid at ASAP. We did teach it last week and we did touch on the lead ads as well. We touched on how to go viral on TikTok itself, and also an introduction onto connecting it into TikTok ads into high level. Also, how to use high level to how to create those basic lead ads there as well, but we'll go through that in future. Nathan, that 5-day training series snapshots, I need to get them off the team, and I asked them yesterday, so they should be in my inbox today. I'll get them for you. Colin says, for a fitness company, I had 50 outlets. Does one license cover all 50 locations, or does each location need to have their own high level? Well, it depends on what they're actually trying to do. Is it going to be the same flows for them? Is it going to be the same flows for them for for everyone in each of the 80 locations? Because technically, yeah, like it would make more sense in most businesses to have one autoresponder, one page builder, one everything, versus 80 different clubs paying for 80 different of these services, right? The cool thing with this is that yes, you get unlimited licenses. So if they wanted their own ones for each place, they could do that. But that would mean, I'd imagine, that someone that works in each of the establishments or outlets, that they'd have someone there to do that marketing for that specific store. Because if it's not that, and say this company has 80 different places around the world or country, they'd probably have an office somewhere, right, with their own marketing team and staffing team. And inside of Go High Level, the way leads come in, they're tracked completely from where they're from, what they've purchased, if they've purchased something in a pipeline, how many times did we contact them prior, where did the lead come from already, where in the journey have they become a repeat buyer? Have they contacted us as a brand? And do I want them, is that what I'm trying to do, get them to contact us as a brand or as a location, right? And because you can be in there, you can add in team members into that one account for that one business, and have all of those flows set up individually for different people and different pages, right? So I wouldn't be having if I was doing a 20-day gym challenge at a gym close to me here, I only want that to go to people that are parts of this gym here. But this same gym franchise might have one down down an hour away in Brisbane. And if they're not running that 5-day challenge now, then I'd have to just create a secondary flow, or just duplicate that flow that's going to people that are here, change the words, or might not even need to change the words, but then apply it to people that have come into the funnel from that location there. To me, it makes more sense to run it all through the one individual space, because that way you can also get all the general customer queries, all the chats can come in to one single place. It would just depend on for me to know a bit more about the situation there. But that's a long answer. Short answer is, if you wanted to give them all licenses, you could. But if it's one person managing it for everyone, it's better for them just to have the one account and all the locations added in. John says the webinar's at the 3-hour mark, makes it cumbersome. I totally get it. I totally get it, which is why I'm going to wrap it up in a second. I just know there was a lot to teach tonight. I'm also, when I send this replay out, I'm going to go high on Mr. Lee. I'm going to add this. This is where the replays go. I go to this link here, mrleemcguire.com/4440, whatever it is. I put it in the chat box already, but you can go there. If you haven't got your free trial, write me in the box if you haven't got your free trial. Please do it now, because the bonuses are about to go. And this is for 30-day free trial. And then below that is our is the past webinar replays. Now again, when you go here, make sure to look at the dates, because again, someone watched this whole webinar here and they thought it was too similar to the old one, but it was the first one. I felt sorry for him. But so I'll put the dates here. I'll put webinar 3 below here, or I might even do it the other way. Put webinar 1 at the bottom and put the latest webinar at the top, so you know it's always at the top. But just look, see which webinar it is when you watch it. You're in Australia, can I go for the USA market or both? Yep, you can target anyone in the world. That's why it's such a great service. Craig, yeah, essentially the licenses you can create and sub accounts you can create are going to be the full kit and caboodle. But yes, if there's something on one of their extreme advanced level ones, you can offer that. But the thing is, you can even offer go high level, the 297 package with all the extras that they'll get from you because of all the things that your accounts get under your master account, that if you went through Go High Level Direct with their 14-day trial, and you wouldn't get all of those added snapshots and all of the templates and all of the other things we're about to give you soon. Oh, okay, you never used ClickFunnels, just curious. Okay, let me just quickly go and I know everyone's getting tired, I'm sure, but let me go ClickFunnels, Tony Robbins page. Actually, let me just pull one out real quick here. I'll just try to find a ClickFunnels page for you. Sorry, one second. I'm just doing this in a different browser real quick. Just I want to show you how cool this is. This is one of my favorite features because they've thought of everything at Go High Level. One of the things is people saying, yeah, look, I'd change, but it's just too hard for me to bring my funnels over from ClickFunnels. Right? A lot of businesses use ClickFunnels, and so I'm going to find a couple of funnels right now for you. ClickFunnels, search keyword and text. I'm going to go search. I'm basically just right now searching in a different browser on ClickFunnels ads that have the word make money online in it and finding the most liked ones of that. Let me find one real quick. Let me see if this one's still up. Okay. I'm trying to find the 100 million mastermind one. Let me just, I'm just trying to give you two quick examples here, but look how quick this is. I'll start with the first one. Oh, that one's taken down. Let me just go, let's find the most liked ClickFunnels funnel that has ever been advertised to then. Here we go. And again, I know you can't see anything on my screen that I'm doing just yet. Sorry, guys. So this is sometimes going to happen in Q&A time, though. I want to show. Okay, cool. I found this random one here. We'll just do this for now. Let's go to here. I'm going to go sites, new funnel. Call this click test. Spelled that wrong, but it doesn't matter for now. And then we're going to go click test. We're going to go edit, add new step, and it says import from ClickFunnels. So I'm going to paste that ClickFunnels link in here. I can find the page belongs to me. I have permission to add these assets. Let me call this test. And this is what the ClickFunnels page looks like. Someone's built this. All right. Now, just as quickly as I did that, it's importing it now. Might take a few minutes. While it does that, do we charge a setup fee up front? You can, but the thing is, it's all basically set up inside for them. You might spend 5 minutes, 20 minutes, and because they can go in and do a lot of the work, right? And once you've done it for one client, you don't need to go. You can just duplicate that account for a different client in the same niche, and it takes 2-3 minutes to change a few words out. So before I get into the rest of the questions, look, this page here, ClickFunnels, instantly brought over here, and now I can just go in here and type, change text, buttons, and it's just insane what it can do. Boom, say I don't want this, gone. Add an image under that. I could countdown timers. Basically a really neat way that you can take the flow of other already designed funnels and bring it in here. But more impressively, this completely removes like if you find someone that is using ClickFunnels and they're already paying $297 a month. If you can say, look, and their biggest objection would be was, well, how would I get my funnels types across? And then if you say, look, send me 3 of them, and not only will you then just be paying for a page builder, but you'll also get 15 other tools that all cost around the same price as ClickFunnels does anyway. And these are all like autoresponders, reputation management, social media marketing, all of these other things included in one suite where you're in control of it in one dashboard. No need to use Zapier, no need to use third-party tools. It's all done in the one thing. And let me even do this for you for the next 30 days to show you it works, and let me give you a license to it, access to your to this full product. I'm not going to charge you for it until after the 30-day mark, and then you can make your own decision. Right? Pretty insane. How many team members could a client have on inside? So you can have as many as you want. ClickFunnels homepage seems to be made with ClickFunnels, so let's just see what we can do with that. I hope it's made with ClickFunnels. Just testing this, Russell. You know, even though Russell, I think, exited. Oh, yeah, maybe. Maybe it's not created with ClickFunnels. Yeah, see, it doesn't seem to be created with ClickFunnels. Yeah. Can I have a different agency as in for plumbing, electrical? Yeah, of course you can. We just say start with one niche, because then once you've got one client, it's just easier to then duplicate that over and over and over again, and for that and keep looking for clients in that one niche. You can definitely open up. You know, if you're going to open up into different niches, I then just create another sub account for you for your actual online like opt-in pages and whatnot by a different domain name, and that it's targeted towards. Say you wanted to do one for surgeons and one for nightclubs, right? You have so much power and ability here, which is insane. Are your bonuses a part of 30-day trial as well? Yes, they are. If anyone's jumped in on the trial on this webinar right in, and I'll double check that, and I'll send those bonuses out. Why are you suggesting to charge for sub accounts? Well, because essentially some people are going to be using this purely with their master accounts just for themselves, but you can sell, because you can generate unlimited master accounts, you can sell those to local businesses and to any business and make money from it, because it will save them money and also make them more money, because it's an all-in-one system. So the Swiss Army knife, it's a super app. And they don't need 15 different tools that connect through Zapier and all these weird expenses, and needing IT wizards to be able to have it all run and set up for them, right? So instead of that, you sell it, you keep 100% of the profits. Makes complete sense. It's already a funnel set up to sell high level we can use. So that's something that we've got coming for you in the next week with some other bonuses I got coming for you guys. Oh, you said what to charge? I apologize. See, must be me today. I'm just been in one of those mornings. So yeah, you can charge whatever you want. So someone says here, Steve Rosenbaum offers 80 days for 97, then 207, right? So there's different ways you can do it, and there's different levels. Like you can charge less for to customers for high level. You could say, hey, I'm going to give you this for $20 a month, right? But with 297 being what high level costs, like someone paying $60 a week, $70 a week, that's a business, is just like, it depends what client type you want to go after as well. And you never want to compete on price in terms of like pushing it down so much, because people are already paying $3,500 more for all of the tools that High Level does, but individually, right? But you could go for that angle if you wanted to as well. But I think the 30 days of the 297 ensures you make a lot more money a lot faster. But yeah. Sub accounts, yeah, 297 is what we suggest. If you watched last week's webinar, we cover that a bit. I can send it. I put the links in the chat box of those. Could the domain name fly you work for an agency? Of course it could. That sounds like a sick name. Yeah, love that. Prospecting model is amazing. We can grab this, the full funnel, all the pages, I assume. Yeah, you can grab this, but I'm giving you a 30-day free trial with everything included, plus all the bonuses and whatnot. Again, go highlevel.com/Luke M. And again, then it's up to you if you want it after the fact. And awesome, Jason. Jason, I appreciate that. Let me go ahead and get anyone that signs up with it to the free trial within the next few hours. I'm going to send the replay out later today, and then I'll let people watch the replay over the next 24, 48 hours. But then I'm closing it for good with the bonuses being gone, and because I want to move on with everyone that's in on this, and I don't want to keep frustrating people that are just not into this, which I don't understand why people wouldn't want to even try this, right? So I just want you guys to know that. But next week's webinars, Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern again. There will be another webinar, or maybe even two. There'll be one just with me going back to the very basics, and doing more stuff like we've shared today. If you guys enjoyed that, then I'll send the replay out for that. The webinars with Mike are the ones I really want you guys to be here on. Like today's session should have been Mike's, to send his deepest apologies though for that. And I'm really excited to start sharing some other cool features inside of Go High Level. Let me just see if I can show. There was one other thing I was going to mention, but oh yeah, under marketing here as well. Really cool. You can set this up for when you're playing around as well. Let me go to a different account. Under marketing here, social planner. Look, social media management for Facebook, Instagram, Google, LinkedIn, Twitter, and TikTok. So you can connect client accounts you're in here and have all their social media management done for them. All right. You could offer that as a service on top of the High Level. You can say, look, we're going to set everything up in High Level for you. That's only going to cost you $297 a month. But we also offer these services too. And they'll be like, shit, okay, like this is a one-stop shop. This is great. There's ways that we're going to talk with how to actually go to the next level of upselling it to clients. But my goal and my most passionate thing here is to get you guys lots of 297 recurring, where you keep 100% of that. If you're in Australia, that's about $500 per person, right? Where you keep it 100% commission. So that's the plan. Again, long webinar. Promise you each week's webinar won't be as long, because we're doing 2 with Mike next week. They'll probably be an hour to an hour and a half. So in saying that, guys, I really, really do appreciate you all being here. Let me see, one last question or 2 last questions. I'm not talking about ClickFunnels funnels. We can grab the full funnel, all the pages, I assume. Yeah, no, I didn't think you were thinking about the ClickFunnels funnels. You can grab the Go High Level through gohighlevel.com/Luke M, and that will give you access to everything. There's no funnel essentially for High Level. If you're asking, oh no, you say you are talking about ClickFunnels. Sorry, see, I'm getting tired. Yeah, so essentially, you can you can grab all the pages and whatnot. But because I was creating a funnel page for the opt-in, that's why I copied that one. Then I would just do it again for the other 2. Darren says, I need a quick sale, Luke, so they can pay it forward. Yeah, exactly right. And you know what? I know there's going to be some people that are going to just say, no, well, until I get my first sale, I'm just not going to commit to learning this. And I just really hope that even after 30 days, any people that are in that mindset, is that I hope you still YouTube things about Go High Level. You learn how more about the software itself. There's no reason you can't make a sale before the end of the 30 days, not let alone many sales. Instant add traffic to Go High Level and have it set up that way. And we'll do that with Mike in a few days when we do those lead ads. Hopefully High Level could have done it more. We'll hopefully might have created an internal payment link that we can set that up internally versus doing it through a third party and having the third party and have to connect into Go High Level. But either way, we're going to be, I'm going to ensure it's all going to work out the right way for you. Any movement on the WhatsApp group? Yep. So right now we've got people coming and going with the high level trainings. I think most people are loving it. But I want that to be a group with members that are at the same page and level with it. And I know some people get dopamine rushes to watching my trainings, and then they feel like they're going to continue, but then they disappear for 3 or 4 months, and then they might I want that to be like a bonus for those that are really committed. So, but I know you are, and you know what? I'll create one in the next week. In the next week, maybe even later today, I'll create it, and then I'll have to send you guys a message with the link to it, as I don't have your mobile numbers. But you need to be at least in the trial to be a part of that, and we'll see how it is. Darren says, go put my shopping away. I better not have any ice cream. Yeah, I really need to check. So, but hopefully nothing's melted out there. Awesome. Haven't got the link for the WhatsApp group yet, Craig, but I will get that once I've got it, and we can all talk in there. And you know, but my advice to you guys today: go out or tomorrow, because it has been a long webinar. Implement as much as you can of playing around inside of High Level. If you get stuck, do that little YouTube hack that I shared with you of just typing in exactly what your problem is, and then write Go High Level at the end. How do I find clients in Go High Level? How do I set up autoresponders in Go High Level? How do I change the domain name or the problem you're having, and then Go High Level? And while at the same time, if any of that makes you more confused, don't worry, I'm here. I will help you. The Go High Level team is here to help you. Don't let roadblocks stop something that by anyone that puts 3 months into learning every aspect they can of this, you will be an expert in the field. It's not just in the past, people are experts in autoresponders and email marketing, or page building and web design, or reputation management, or social media marketing, or funnel optimization, or all these different jobs with things that people were teaching you can make money doing any one of these. Now they're going to become a lot more obsolete when people like us, the first groups to ever be able to do all of these things, and we can call ourselves that once we learn this software, because it does all of those in the one suite, and it talks to each other, and there's no third-party Zapiers or anything needed. By learning this, you are going to, it's such a rare opportunity that it makes you an absolute, how do I say it? It makes you a top 1% marketer in the world by learning this and having software do the work for you. There's no need to trade money for time anymore. The time you will invest in this, even if you watch a couple of hours or play around for an hour each night, you will be so amazed at how much you've learned and how confident you are with this in a week's time. I promise you, every day you do 1 hour of playing around inside of Go High Level, you will be blown away. Or if it's watching YouTube videos on it and then trying to do what they just shared with you, play around with it, have fun, and I'm excited to see you guys. All right. Shane says, thanks, Luke. Full on for the 60-year-old, but excited to learn. Shane, this is the best thing as well. You know, it's a big product. It can do a lot of things, but the things that just whenever you feel overwhelmed, and this goes for everyone, know that we're showing you one strategy and then we think it's the best and fastest way to make money, selling high level as trials to then make an ongoing recurring income, while doing something, a massive favor for local businesses, and saving them money as well. But yeah, think back that, okay, there's all this stuff here. If I ever feel confused, I go, what's my goal, and how do I get there fastest? And then I'll also say, okay, like I did this the other day in high level. I was looking at one of their new features. I was like, how the hell do I like do this? I'm getting frustrated. Did a Google, saw the answer. I was like, oh, it's not that bad. But then I didn't think that, oh my gosh, now I've just removed the need to know how to integrate Zapier, which to my autoresponder, which then I need to go to my GoToWebinar, and all these things that took so much time. And that's why people that did well in it, they really learnt the old way of doing things. Now there's no old way on it. You don't need it. It's becoming so easy to do anything now, with all-in-one super suites like this. And I see a lot of other industries, software, in industries going to be going this way too. But it's just so exciting. You guys are the first in the world to be able to be a part of this. So appreciate you guys. The link, if you do want to be a part of it, is still in the chat box. Go highlevel.com/Luke M. Again, those bonuses will be gone for good in just a couple of days. It's a free trial, guys. I don't want to bash your ears to death about it, because you know it speaks for itself. Yeah. All right, guys. I appreciate you all. Send this replay out ASAP. And like Shane says, everything's easy to start. The more we learn, the easier it gets. That's exactly right. And what a good way to end this webinar. Appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys on the next training. And I'll get this replay out later today. And any questions, again, as always, respond to my email. I am here for you. You're not getting sold anything from me in terms of affiliate promotions or sharing anything, which I know for some of you really liked when I would share products a lot, and all you'd want to buy from me, which I appreciate so much. But for me, I want the goal to be for you guys not to buy anything, to be doing this, implementing this, and getting results with this, then go buy it, whatever next launch is that comes out and whatnot, right? But let's get the fundamentals done right, and you can do that here, which is an insane way to do it. All right, enjoy, guys. Have a good day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.